Welcome back. This is the Black Sensei Society. We are back we are back at it again. And this one should be an interesting episode. I did fumble a little bit with that introduction. Well, we plan to talk about a lot of One Piece. We have an interesting gauntlet regarding maybe the best black anime character of all time, and doing a One Piece draft to see the best pirate crew we can come up with. A lot of fun things we're gonna do. So with that said, how y'all doing?
I'm big chilling for real.
All right, man. All right. I do. Hey, I am gonna ask, like, when we kind of get into the agenda hour stuff. I was thinking, like, it is Black History Month, so I might as well ask the question: who's your favorite? I'm not gonna say black anime character or black fictional character. Let's widen the scope a little bit, but I'm gonna let y'all think about this. Every beginning episode, since we do a draft pretty much every episode, I'm gonna reveal the winner of the tournament bracket that we just had for our Blue Lock 5v5 draft. And there's 2 rounds. There is a one-on-one matchup in the first round, and then there's a second round with the 3 winners in a triple threat. So the triple threat finalists were Team Renatoshi, Kunagami, Ryo Mikage, Kazuma Neo, and Agi. Team Bachara with Bachara, Nagi, Karusu, Raichi, Corona, and Team Shido with Shido, Kaiser, Ness, Tokumitsu, and Darai. And the winner is Team Rin. Team Rin won the poll, and it was the best Blue Lock 5v5 team. Who was Team Rin? Who made the Rin team?
That was Miles.
All right, Miles.
Because I got the personality and chemistry tax.
Well, you deserve it.
We're not gonna sit here and pretend like Shido wasn't fighting people like at least multiple times.
I'm sorry. I thought this was Blue Lock. I thought this was eat or be eaten. And like how everyone, I thought this is like, everyone's trying to get a goal type shit. And so like they're like, oh, they wouldn't get along. I'm sorry, does Sasagi get along with Kaiser?
No, they're not fighting. They're not fighting.
Field together.
No, but guess what?
They're not fighting.
Guess what happens? They score goals. They score goals.
They couldn't be on the field together.
They could not be on the field
on
together.
paper, I have the best team. I don't care.
Just because the team gets all the cameras because the drama's jet juicy doesn't mean
if this was FIFA, I would have the highest overall team.
Hard Knocks, your team got it, bro. Your team got Hard Knocks.
All right. With that said, let's let the champion kind of talk his smack.
They never even met.
Miles, we can't hear you.
Bro, look at him.
No, we can't. See, the champ is folding, man. No, we still can't.
Oh my
Don't
God.
lie. Mike, don't lie.
The champ is folded. Oh,
We
man.
can't hear
Bro,
shit.
this is
Oh yeah,
nasty work.
I'm here now.
Okay, all right. Let's give him his moment.
Listen, I'm not gonna talk no crazy shit, man. I started at the latest. I got the best team. I'm not gonna say too much. Where's J-Rob at? I told him my team was gonna win. He's saying, oh, he's the expert. He's the Blue Lock expert. Nah, bro, I am. For now.
This team, J-Rob's team losing 7-4. They got no defense on this squad.
Riddell, I told you your team was the worst.
It was.
Yup,
It
was.
100%. Y'all
They
just
got the
don't
least votes
understand,
by a
man.
mile.
Y'all
Sendo
just
was
don't
that bad,
understand, man.
bro. Sendo was that bad.
Y'all
Just
don't
that bad of a
understand, man.
pick.
No,
They don't
it's not,
understand.
you got the least
They
votes
just,
out of everybody.
man. People could be wrong. It happens.
Oh yeah,
you know
the
what I'm
world
saying?
is wrong. It's
Yes,
That's
100%.
crazy. The world is wrong. 'Cause
I
you
believe
pick-
the world is
you have the
wrong.
worst player on all
Who's your
of our
number one
squads. You
striker?
have the
Who's
worst
your number one
player.
striker?
I have the best player, so
You have
No,
the
but who's
worst
your number
player.
one striker? Who's your number one striker?
I don't need a number one striker. I need 2 people who could score goals when it matters the most, and I do have 2 people who score goals, so we fine. I can win a game 2-0. It's soccer, bro.
You're not even getting 2. You're gonna
No,
win.
you're not. You're gonna get 1.
Toshi Sai can 100% get 2 with
We'll just
we
box him up.
We ain't going through this, even though Toshi Sai is the best midfielder in Blue Lock by a mile.
Yeah, not
But we
striker.
ain't getting into this. We ain't getting into this, man.
Crazy. Relying on Sendo to play defense and score goals for you is crazy. That's what I'm saying.
We ain't acting like he had a game saving goal and relying on Sendo. Do you see bro? I'm not okay.
Game saving goal after he sold too.
No. In the that was the other match. I'm talking about the match recently. Yeah.
When that's all he did.
That's all he needs to do, man. That's
Yo,
all he needs to do.
They're gonna
Hey.
lose. Asagi's team's gonna lose that match, isn't they? They're gonna lose.
I hope so. I think he
better.
should.
If they run through the entire league, what are we saying?
I
don't know.
I think they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose that one. They're gonna lose
I'm
again.
saying, do y'all think it'd be a bad thing? Let's say they win. Y'all think that'd be like a bad thing, or
Well, I
Yes, it depends on how they win.
Yeah, I think it would be a
depends on
bad
how they
thing.
win.
I
feel
would
like-
say this, Ty. Then how are you telling us that Isagi's still behind some of the people that he's behind? Like, why is he still behind Rin? Especially, I guess it doesn't depend on how they win, but then I'm gonna need to see some crazy stuff out of Rin, especially to make sure that I was like, okay, he's still better than Isagi.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It doesn't make sense to me if they have Charles,
win,
Tito,
then-
and Rin, bro. Charles is supposed to
I
be
think they'll win the
guy
match, but
that
yeah.
sets up Julian.
I feel
I
like
mean,
they'll-
even if he is better than them now, it doesn't mean they won't surpass him later, and that can still be the.
But he's already better than Rin. That's a huge gap that he closed.
No,
Wait. Well, we have seen Isagi progress really fast.
Mhm.
A lot.
I
Do you
know,
think he
but,
should be
like,
better than Rin at this point in the
I'm not,
story?
well,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's better. For example, you can argue that he performed better than U20. Doesn't mean he's better.
No, wait. Do I agree with that?
Based on
Rin-
Say said. I think Say agrees. Say agrees and says he was the best. Like he was.
But
he was-
Sai is on some BS with his brother, so I can't even take what he says with 100%.
Got him in the ultimate genjutsu right now. bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, I guess my question is: do you think that Ren is clearly better than Isagi?
I think so.
yes.
I
so.
think he is.
You think he's clearly better? Yet you don't know who performed better at U20,
Oh
So
yeah, I mean, you can have someone perform better, but
and that's what I'm saying. What if it's the case he's not better? But he just has a better performance.
I feel
think
like this is a
Isagi has
match to indicate who's better, though. That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I think it's best for Isagi if he loses. Like he doesn't have to lose the match, but he has to lose the battle to Rin. Like Rin has to eventually get one up on Isagi. Like he's lost
He's
three.
been this whole time though.
He's
Yeah.
beat Rin.
It'll
You're
be
right about that,
consistent. He has been
Rin
beating
3
them all the
times in a
time.
row now, hasn't he? Or has it been twice?
No, he. So their first match he beat him, and then they faced him when he took Isagi on his team. He beat him again. And remember, Isagi teamed up with him because Isagi lost to him. And they
But
have the whole.
I will say Rin does think he lost to Isagi based off U20, but also Isagi think he lost to Rin too. So it's like
I'm just saying that he definitely the reason they teamed up was because he kicked his ass. So.
I mean, hey man, we're gonna have to see how that kind of plays out. With that said, we're here with the agenda hour. What we talk about, what agendas, what frauds exist, what do we want to talk about? Shout out Cody Rhodes. What do we want to talk about? What's up?
Oh no, let's keep it 100. The Rock is on fraud watch. Okay, The Rock is on fraud watch because I'm seeing what the hell you're doing right now to Cody Rhodes. Right, first of all, Ty, the culture is 536 because The Rock never claimed us. Okay, he only claimed us when it was convenient, but now
Well, he claimed me.
Yeah, that's different. You
What
that's,
you mean?
that's
I'm
different.
promoting.
He never claimed us. Every time you see The Rock in an interview, what does he say? Samoan, bro, you black too. You black too, buddy. But you never claim us. And what you doing right now is nasty work to Cody Rhodes. Okay. Obviously, Vince McMahon doing his thing. Before Vince McMahon doing his thing, go ahead, throw him underneath the jail and put him in cement shoes. Because that's fucking crazy. They use that girl like a goddamn tube sock. But now The Rock is slowly taking over the WWE and he's fucking selling. He's selling the story. Cody Rhodes deserves to finish his story and he's fucking selling. I'm mad right now, Riddell. I'm mad. I'm
I
mad about
feel
what
you.
the hell they're doing.
But Cody did say, I appreciate you all, but trust me. I'm gonna have to
trust you,
trust the American
You're not
nightmare,
in power, Cody. If I'm watching The Rock
Hey.
lift the goddamn championship above his head at the end of WrestleMania, I'm fucking pissed.
I'm with you, but
All
hey, I'm trusting the American nightmare. You know what I'm saying? We're
Alright,
here.
so, anime manga related.
Cook his ass, bro. Cook his ass, Riddell.
This
Nobody,
might get- this
bring
might get
Santo up
nasty,
here.
though.
Santo will cook him too. Jesus
I might need y'all to protect me from Ty. But
Oh, do we need a dual screen?
Lottie, it's too early, man. It's too early.
I'm just saying that
Leave it 10
that
minutes
My
in.
Hero chapter.
Oh,
Wait,
actually,
what
I'm with
now?
you.
What they
Nah,
do?
nah, I'm
Oh,
with
you
you.
with
Come
me?
on.
With me? Okay, I got some
I'm
back.
with
I got
you.
some back. No, that my hero chapter
Nah,
was bad.
I'm backing in too, man. I'm
I
backing
didn't
in.
even read it. I'm 2 chapters behind, but you can tell me. So
No,
I
that,
can.
that hero chapter is straight.
Let him read it
Like, I'm
first.
sorry. The way that they're doing Shigaraki like this is
How are they doing though?
it's nasty. It's,
I'm
it's
asking you.
bad.
They
bro.
kind of metaphorically jumping him right
No,
now.
they're metaphorically jumping
They're
him. Like,
metaphorically jumping him right
Wait,
now.
are you
You
They're-
got to
talking?
read the chapter. We're not trying to spoil it for you.
Could I tell
No,
you?
it's fine. It's fine. You talking about like the vestiges are helping Midoriya?
It's
So
more
what
than
they're
that.
doing though? So what there's so can I explain it to you, Ty? I mean,
Sure.
I know you're gonna read it, but can I explain it to you?
Sure.
Okay. So there's a seam in there's a seam in or like a crack in Shigaraki's soul,
Mhm.
Yeah.
binding everything together.
That's where Tomura is.
You know how this manga's about quirks, and powers and stuff like that. But we're going straight to the soul. We're going straight to the soul. So there's a crack in his soul, and what the vestiges are doing is that they're gonna hurl themselves at the crack in his soul, so that the inner child in him can be revealed and it can be exposed, and then that's how we're gonna eventually beat Shigaraki. So where they're gonna hurl themselves, basically like little quirk rockets at his soul.
Kirk Walker.
They're basically hurling themselves at quirk rockets at his soul to open up where the crying child in him is hidden deep inside. That's how they're gonna beat Shigaraki. Not with quirks,
Okay.
not with fighting. No, they're gonna hit him in his soul so his crying child can come out.
Nana's about to put in crazy work.
I have a question.
That is ass.
That's about to put in crazy
what's-
work.
We were in
Bro, that's
war.
stupid,
We've
bro.
had
I'm not gonna lie.
war. We saw Toga turn into an army. We saw Dabby go supernova, suicide. We saw All for One turn into a big monster and then get turned into a fetus. But no, we're gonna hit people in their soul to beat them, to beat the final
Okay,
boss.
so-
This is worse than Talk No Jutsu. This is worse because there's not even a conversation. This is just let me just hit him in his feelings. What?
When
Literally.
we saw Stars and Stripes
Wait,
again,
That's gonna punch me in the face. You're gonna tap me in my
So I
feelings.
got-
That's whack.
when
as
we
hell.
saw Stars and Stripes again, we had questions, and it didn't have any better. It did not get any better
I
from
have
that.
I have to read it for myself because I don't
Whack.
really know. That's fine. But one is I'm not really sure why that's that is talking about jutsu, is that you convince people to align with your line of
They're
thinking.
attacking his soul. They're not even talking
He's
to
not.
him.
He's not talking
No,
to
no,
him.
from the inside out.
We said what?
Shigaraki not trying to hear nothing.
He's
from
not
Deku.
talking to him. He's throwing
No,
his
no,
one for all quirk
guys,
at his soul.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Okay.
that is what Talk Jutsu is, right? So one is that we unlike the all for one and one for all. We know that typically how it's used, it can impact the way that it can impact your spirit. We know that because all for one used to manipulate people by giving them power, and that used to influence their minds. He tried to control his brother by stockpiling him with quirks in hopes they would change his spirit. So we know that is actually possible with that power. We know that. Two, I think it would make a lot of sense because the idea of who protects, not only who when the question about thematically was about who protects heroes, it also was about how do you save villains. And that's a question. So I think it would actually fit if the way to beat Shigaraki is saving him. I don't think that's inconsistent.
You're sacrificing all your quirk. You're sacrificing.
Hold on. Considering that's something that that's been on Deku's mind for a while, is how he could potentially save Shigaraki. That's not something that just came out of nowhere. That's something we've noticed in Deku. That's consistent with Deku is. If he has the opportunity to save someone, he will. That's something we know about Deku.
No, if you want to make the argument that, or not even the argument, if you want to make the case that Deku saving Shiggy makes sense because Deku's a good guy, fine. I think it's corny, but fine, whatever. The way they're doing it is still weird as hell, bro. I don't care because I've never seen it in MHA. And although I do agree that there's a certain semblance of it in the sense that how All for One takes quirks, there was never an outright soul-to-soul, soul-resonant battle between any quirk users in My Hero Academia. This is something that they have never truly shown like this. For the most part, from how MHA usually does, especially when it comes to big interaction. Obviously, it's going to be a fight. I would say if they did something where it's similar to how he took the quirk or maybe combined the quirks and blew them up, that's one thing. He is throwing individual soul parts of his quirk at his soul to save his life. That is not something I've seen. That is corny material. I'll be honest. That stuff is corny material.
Corny.
Wait, you're saying that we've never seen what quirks, but we know that one for all and all for one are fundamentally different than every quirk, like ever. And we
That
understand
doesn't
that,
help
like,
the case, bro. That
no,
doesn't help the
wait,
case.
no. Just listen to what I'm saying. We know that
Yeah, I'm
those
here.
quirks, like asking something that we know only these two quirks could do, and other quirks to me is not a good argument because we know these quirks work differently than other quirks. We know that
You-
the fact that Deku interacts with previous users, their spirits suggest that this quirk is obviously does not work fundamentally like other quirks. So I'm not going to expect. We should
I
have seen other
understand
people
that,
do
Ty, but now that
no,
you're talking
but
about
also-
attacking souls when you've never established this before until
said never.
now,
It's not even that random. It's the fact that he's not even fighting Shigaraki. He's low-key just surviving until he steals all his quirks, so the quirks can do the job for him, so he can talk to the inner child and save the inner child.
I
So
don't even think Deku's
basically
going to
he's
talk
just
to him. That's
he's just-
Nana's job.
he's basically
Nana is
just
going
really
to
surviving right now until all the quirks are gone, just so like the quirks can like reveal the inner child in Shigaraki. Like that's you're not even beating him. You're not out dueling him. You're just surviving until the quirks do the job for you, so you can somehow connect with his inner child.
What's wrong with that approach?
It's corny as
Oh,
hell.
corny.
It's just corny. That's
It's
corny as hell.
corny. I don't think the precedent is set. Even though you said that, yeah, they work differently. You have to set up a certain level of precedent or a certain level of establishment on how this is going to work throughout the series. And this is just a one final jump.
I feel like that's a cop-out.
This is similar to Naruto, where it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna beat the villain, so I'm gonna just, you know what? Fuck it, YOLO. And that's what that feels like right there. YOLO. I can't beat him.
No jutsu.
Throw quirks at him, bro.
I
Come on
do
now.
think this, right? So, like, my thing is this: just because I've never seen something in a story, I do think that it has been enough to make this believable. So the fact that we know that the All for One and One for All are connected, we know that, and we know that All for One One for All can interact with the previous user's souls. Why is it a stretch to say, okay, it can also interact with the All for One user as well, All One user soul?
And that's not what I'm.
That's what I'm asking that because Radell said there's no precedent set for it. I'm saying sometimes you don't need to necessarily see this exact thing happen for the next step to make sense. That's what I'm asking. If we see these two quirks are 100%, we know they're connected, and we know that they can influence each other, and we know that if you're a One for All user, you can literally communicate with the previous user's souls. So why is it then a stretch to say I can't also interact with the previous One for All for One's user soul as well?
I think my main issue is that he's not beating him in a fight. He's not even talking. He's not talking him down. He's going directly to he's going directly into his soul to talk to his inner child to basically stop Shigaraki from fighting.
Okay.
That to me, it's like you're not fighting him. You're not even talking to him. You're doing like you're basically doing a reach around.
I guess where I'm a little confused is that if he feels like this is the best, I guess so. So your biggest problem is that he's not just gonna like. Okay, question: How would you prefer he beat Shigaraki? Just beat him in a fight, or?
So my thing is like, it's all about execution.
No, I'm asking. I want to ask Lonnie specifically because he said a reach around. So I'm asking like.
Oh yeah, go for
To be
it.
fair,
How do you-
I'll just let it play out.
So
I think Shiggy's so powerful at this point.
yeah, at this point he's too powerful, or it's like I don't know how Deku would beat him, but at the same time,
You
it's
can't
like,
let him. Yeah, you can't let Shiggy touch the ground. Now he can't touch Deku because he'll just take quirks from Deku or vestiges. Right? He's so powerful at this point. I feel like.
So I'm asking, like, how would y'all, Lonnie, if in a perfect world, how would you want him to beat Shigaraki?
I feel like it would have to be a combination of like the fighting and not necessarily talking, but like still like a one-on-one type of interaction, not like a whole, oh, since I can't get through to you, I'm gonna go past you, and like it's almost like you can't beat a bully, so you're gonna go tell their mom or tell the teacher. That's basically what it kind of feels like is going on. Like he can't deal with the problem directly, so he found like so they like create like a whole different way to like deal with the problem.
But
And
but I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if he's saying that I need to connect with you on a different level to convince you, that's pretty much what that's suggesting. If I can't communicate to you this way, maybe because is it him going around the problem or him going to the root of the problem? The root of the problem is that there's a piece of Sugar Rocky that has the capacity to be better, but we can't get to that. So
well,
the root of the
Deku
problem is
didn't
that we
create the plan. It was actually one of the
no,
one
I'm
of the
not talking about I'm not talking about who's creating the plan. I'm talking about the problem. If he's saying go around the problem, say, well, isn't the root of the problem that this Sugar Rocky isn't the Sugar Rocky we're seeing right now? So let me go talk to that version. That's not him.
yeah, I think
going
that's
around
part of the issue. Like, it's something that Deku should do himself. Like, this is the main antagonist and the main character. This is the final showdown, and he's not even like the reason why this is all happening. Like, it's like,
especially since you've killed off All for One the way you did.
it almost feels like, if this was like JJK, this is like, instead of Yuji beating Sukuna or something like that, it was like Nabara or like Maki or something. So Maki came in and like knocked Sukuna's head off and for the win. Like it's just.
I think you need to read the chapter, Ty. Maybe you'll see where we come from when you read the chapter.
That analogy. That's kind of crazy because like he's using the previous users' help. This isn't some random. These are the previous users that. Hold on a second. If a big part of the story is legacy and the next generation relying, at least them preparing, like to me, if he's the one that's going to directly communicate Shiraki, them helping him do that, to me, I'm trying to figure out why is that a problem.
I think you need to read the chapter.
Yeah, because
I think you need to read the chapter. No, I see where you're kind of coming from, Ty, but like we all read it and we're all like, this doesn't. I feel
like the execution is bad, and the whole thing
it feels really bad.
You have to read the chapter because
but I guess what I'm asking is like, do y'all think that? Because now you said that he's not gonna be the one doing. Are you upset that he didn't create the plan, or are you upset that you don't think he's gonna talk to shit? Like, what is? I'm trying to figure out what is your exact right.
Like I said, you have to read it because he didn't. You can put it all in there. He didn't make the plan. It's not his decision.
Why is that a problem?
The vestiges are doing. I'm saying it's a collection. It's not like if it was just one thing, then it wouldn't be. But I'm saying it's a collection of things. The vestiges are doing all the work to open up the thing, and then they're also, so it's like they're doing all the heavy lifting for like the main character to deal with the main antagonist. That's wrong. It's like
hold off Shigaraki until the vestiges can complete that.
Well, Shigaraki said, like in the latest chapter, he's like, I'm not going to use my dismantle on you. I'm just going to keep stealing your quirks. Which is fine.
But again, doesn't he have? If Deku dies right now, can they complete their job?
No. So, but I mean, Lonnie. But
Shigaraki said he's not going to.
He said it's a collective of things. Based on what Lonnie's saying, he said it's a collective of things, including him not creating the plan, him not being the main solution. It's not technically Deku. It's the quirks that Deku uses. So he's not creating the plan. He's not doing the prime most important job, and everything's gonna end for Deku as long as he can survive long enough.
Hold on a second. I have a question. If the main plan is to communicate with that inner story, who y'all think is gonna do that part?
The quirks.
Yeah.
Y'all
I don't think Deku's gonna do it.
How is Deku gonna be able to talk to his soul?
Wait, time out.
Y'all explained.
Y'all think that they're gonna go in and talk to him, and Deku's gonna be outside and wait till it's finished?
Yes.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I think Deku's gonna be able to talk
right
to
now. Right now, Gear Shift is going first.
We gonna save this.
Yes,
y'all are saying right now.
Well, let's be specific. Well, for me at the very least, I'm not gonna speak for nobody else. For me,
I want to hear what Lonnie just said. What did Lonnie just say? You just said.
I'm saying, correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't explain how he's gonna be able to talk to Shigaraki's soul, did they? Did they explain that?
No, Deku's not even included in the plan.
No,
yeah. So again, they're bringing out his inner child. They're gonna bring out his inner child.
So let me ask y'all this: if the plan is to is the plan to communicate to the younger version of Shigaraki?
It looks like
more so to throw the quirks at the soul to open up the rift. That's the plan.
I legitimately think that
they're going to open up the thing,
and then Nana's going to go in there and have the conversation with.
Yeah, that's random. That's random headcanon. Well, hold up, that's random headcanon.
Right, that's my headcanon. That's what I'm thinking.
The goal is for the quirks to open up the crack by like throwing them at them. So there's there's actually no talking. That's more of headcanon. So their plan is purely to just throw the quirks at the soul crack.
Especially since you brought back Stars and Stripe.
Hold on a second.
You brought back Stars and Strike for all that she's doing is pointing at the crack.
I just have a
That's
question.
the only reason she's there.
I'm trying to get this because so y'all are saying that once they throw it at the crack, Deku does nothing after that.
All he's doing.
How
is he going to be able to talk to Tomura? How is he going to be able to talk to Tomura at all?
I don't know, but I'm asking y'all. I think he's going to be involved in the ending of the Shigaraki. Y'all are saying that he's going to be just watching as they do it. I think that's crazy.
Oh no, I don't think. I thought the original question is, will he be
saying
inside his soul
and
communicating
execution
to
of
the
it
kid
is whack.
version? I don't think that will happen. Maybe a cinematic what is it called? Like a not hypothetical, but more of a metaphorical situation where he's talking to the kid version, where he's not actually talking to the kid version, could happen. But I don't think he's gonna go into his soul. Will he beat on him and maybe say something to the outside version? Yeah, probably. I don't know. Probably.
Country Club. I don't know how he's gonna beat Shigaraki physically because he just lost Gear Shift, and so like he can't.
I think he still has the strength.
Yeah, he still has the strength in Black Whip, and we saw this. Like,
we know Black Whip is not leaving him unless absolutely necessary.
Let me read this chapter. They will read these two chapters
because Gear Shift is going first, so that the whatever that strain is on Deku's body is going to technically transfer to Shigaraki's body. That's what's happening.
I just read it. It kind of looks like what Country Club is saying, though, because it does seem like Deku's about to stall him one-on-one while they do the mental attack. Like they're gonna have equal impact.
He 100% is gonna stall, but there's not really a communication. They're just gonna be throwing the quirks.
Legitimate. This is gonna be Nana's time to shine. I understand that she's a vestige, and we understand, we know that she is Tomura's grandmother. This is where they finally meet. They have the conversation, and then maybe Deku can take advantage from whatever that conversation has. That's why my headcanon is that way. That Nana's going to be the person to kind of, because it'll be crazy if like the guy who knows freaking Smokescreen talks to freaking
that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like Nana's going to be the person who kind of starts bringing Shigaraki down.
Well, I'll say this, man. I want to move on to a different topic. Another fraud watch is Kenjaku, man. Let's talk about that man, Kenjaku, bro. Like, hey, Kenjaku, ain't no way you came in here, said I had a little bit of fun, got your head cut off, and said Sukuna handled the work, man. That's tough. I do think that Kenjaku, we need more story. Like, I need more understanding why you did this. I need more understanding how we got here. Like, I kind of get it, but I need more because you planned all of this. Like, you were planning this from day one. You wanted to get Sukuna out here, and then you just like here, bro. He literally did the Cody Rhodes, man. He just handed it off to The Rock and just said, "Hey, go do your work, man." Hey, I need more story from Kenjaku, or hey, for a master manipulator planner, it's kind of fraudulent. I'm be honest. I don't know, kind of fraudulent. He's on my fraud watch.
We have questions. That's all we have about Kenjaku right now. We have a lot of questions.
I have a lot of questions. Oh,
drink
more water, man. Shout out Drink More Water, $20 super chat. Do you think the Yaga gave Kagu Ganji before he died come to fruition soon? It's been a while since he told us what Panda is. So do we see someone come back as a cursed corpse? There's no way that info was for not. Yaga gave.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know Yaga's the principal, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gave Gaku Ganji.
Kanju
Gaku Ganji.
Oh, it's a Gaku Ganji.
Who's that again? Is it the old man with the guitar? I don't remember who this is.
I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, it's the old man, the guitar guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He come to fruition. He gave before, so he gave him some info. So do we see someone come back as a? Oh, okay. What do y'all think?
I got a theory. Because I think like last time we talked about when we were talking, some of us were talking amongst ourselves about the latest chapter. We were like, "Where the hell is Maki?" Like, yo, where the hell is Maki? So I said that I think that she's probably with the doctor chick, who's like trying to heal everybody. What's a good tank? And so if the only situation I can see those cursed corpses or whatever come to fruition is like if they're also helping Maki like guard, if they're like a little mini army guarding like the base, that would make sense, because I don't think Maki would be able to take on whatever threat it is by herself. I don't think she can take Sukuna on by herself or Kenjaku.
Who would
So
be
that
a
would
good
make
enough
sense.
first corpse though? Like,
Well,
I don't think
if there was an
Gojo
actual
is.
cursed corpse, like maybe Nanami, I don't know, because that's if
Nanami coming back would be wild.
that would be wild. But he
That
also
would be
blew up, so I
wild.
don't know what kind of corpse he's gonna be.
Who would be okay? Question for y'all then, because I think that was an interesting question. Who is your preferred person that you would want as a cursed corpse coming back? That would make the most sense to you that you think would be best for the story.
I guess not Nanami.
I was
Nobara.
gonna say Nanami, but
Because I don't think Gojo's dead. I don't think the chick that lost her eyes dead.
I'm gonna need that Gojo revival.
Yeah, I don't think
to
Nobara's
make a
dead.
lot
I
of
don't think
sense.
she's
I
dead.
don't. I said Nobara to drink more water.
Because
She has to, right? She has to.
Gojo coming back would be whack. I'm not gonna lie.
She has to come back. You've literally hit her for damn near 3 years.
Megumi's crazy.
What are we doing?
Megami
What are we
is
doing over?
wild.
Oh, speaking of Megumi, I guess Megumi's sister, man. It's crazy that he did all this for his sister and she's just cooked. Like
Yeah,
she's
she's
just dead.
Mhm.
All this for his sister, she's just dead, and he couldn't really do anything.
I think with
about it.
Nobara that
That's
she
tough.
can, because they said that like Yuji can like help like separate the soul, like Sukuna and Megumi. I think since Nabaro's techniques also affect the soul directly, I feel like maybe she could help with that. Like if he's struggling, she can be that final nail in the coffin. No pun, pun intended. Yeah, pun intended. She could be that nail in the coffin, like to finally like help separate Megumi and Sukuna. Since she can also affect, because we saw with Mayuto, like Yuji affected his soul, and then he's like, "Oh, I thought he was the only one," but then she also affected the soul. So I feel like that could be like a little reference to how they both do that.
It'll be interesting. Anybody else have any agendas, fraud watches they want to bring up?
I'm gonna be quick. The people who hate on Mushoku Tensei, now that I've started it, y'all are weird. I came into it with a negative mindset just based off what other people were saying, and I wasn't really met with what a lot of the gripes were. Yeah, it can be pervy, but I feel like if you're not into that, you just like it didn't matter to me. I either laughed if it was funny or I just ignored it. But denying the whole series is crazy based off of like stupid stuff like that.
They're not willing to give.
Is it porn, Miles? Because I know someone called it porn.
Sometimes it be stretching it, but
Really?
nah. Yo, there's some scenes that
No, there's
like,
some.
Yo,
they're like they get up
it's
really
stupid.
close to the line.
It'll be stupid. I'll be like, yo, this is stupid.
Oh, I did say this. I said random, and I told people in our group chat, I will officially react to the very first episode for Mushoku Tensei
He's
on
out.
Friday.
Watch that right now, Miles. He's gonna be out.
First two? That's
yeah,
long, man.
I say you have to at least watch the first two.
Hey, I'll ask Miles. Do I have to watch the first two? You're the decider.
Yeah, watch the first two.
Damn. Okay. Anyway, I'll react to the first two on Friday with random, and let's see if I.
No, my thing is whenever I hear people talk about Rudius, I'm like, you're not willing to give Rudius the exact same whatever belief or excuse that you give a lot of other protagonists. There, mind you, there's a reason why Mushoku Tensei took so long to come out. When it came out, especially when it was a web novel like Reincarnated as a Slime, there is a thing called Shueisha where a lot of the big isekais, like when the authors started writing them before they got picked up, like Reincarnated as a Slime, Mushoku Tensei, Overlord, all those came out at the same time. Those are still some of the best stories on the site, and it's been damn near a decade since they came out. But I understand why certain anime studios would have a problem adapting Mushoku Tensei compared to a Sword Art Online. And Lonnie, we've talked about all the time. Sword Art Online is this great concept that they fucking fumble. Sword Art Online should be one of the best anime of all time. It really should be, but they fumble it. So that's why I'm sitting there like, just don't lie about Rudius and not give him the same thing that you'd give a Guts or another pervy character. And it all makes sense why he's pervy.
That's pervy? I almost think Guts is pervy now.
You just helped me create like a hot take or whatever, because that like I had it in my head a few days ago, but I completely forgot. So thank you, Random. So speaking of Sword Art Online, Shangri-La Frontier clear Sword Art Online. It clears.
Shangri-La Frontier is what Riddell.
Shangri-La Frontier clears it. And it looks goofy when you first when you're on Crunchyroll when you first you see why does this guy have a bird mask on his head? Like,
is it a mask or is it his head?
No, it's like a helmet.
I think it's a
like
mask. It's
Oh, it's a
like
helmet.
it's
Okay.
equipment.
Yeah,
Shangri-La
it's
Frontier
equipment.
is what Sword Art Online should be.
No,
Low
but
key.
like if you, I'm sorry,
High praise. Not gonna lie.
I'm not.
Yeah, very
and
high
I'm-
praise.
And I like. Don't get me wrong. I liked a lot. I like Sword Art Online a little bit more than most people in certain aspects. Especially, I did appreciate the third season.
The
Second
third season's
season we
pretty
don't
good,
even
I'm not
talk
gonna lie.
about. But no, Shangri-La Frontier, clear Sword Art Online. It's same concept, not the same concept, but like very like video game-esque world, stuff like that. But it just does it so much better. The story is a little bit simpler, but the action's better. The characters are better. It's like there's no
W.
weird stuff with your cousin in it. Like it's like I'm sorry, like
Also
it
big
checks
W.
it checks the boxes in terms of what Sword Art Online should have been. I'm not saying like it reached the ceiling. It didn't reach the ceiling that Sword Art Online could have, but it's still better than the result of Sword Art Online was.
Well, I
So-
will say this. There's a reason why SAO keeps getting remade. They made the one about Asuna where it's technically in the future, but she's losing memories of when she first met they keep remaking it because they know they fumbled it, which is crazy because when you watch the original SAO anime, that first season is pretty fucking good. The problem is they end it, they get to level 75 miles, and then they're all of a sudden they're like, the main villain shows up. Oh, he's been there the whole time. Then they just have the fight. When I'm like, keep climbing the floors. They should still be in Ironclad right now, climbing the floors.
Do you know how
is that your problem with it? You want it to be longer?
No.
No.
It's
There's
not
so many
even that. It's not
problems
even.
for
It's
Online.
not
I
even
don't
that.
like Kirito.
Kirito is a bad protagonist. Like, remember when we brought up the thing, and you were here, Miles, where we like other people. The more and more I thought about it, I wish we saw Kirito from like the girl's perspective. He's this super guy who can kind of do anything, right? But they don't. It's like you've had this Kirito compared to other isekai protagonists. Is he as good as Rimuru? He's not. Is he as good as Rudius? He's not. Is he as good as Ainz? He's not. It's just the most popular one because it was the first isekai to really get made, and the concept is so good. But when you compare him to other, is he okay, Lonnie?
He's
is
not
he even
better,
as good
he's not better
as
than a bridge Kirito? Not
yeah?
lie.
Is hold on, Lonnie? Is he even as good as Sid from Eminence and Shadow?
No, not at all. Not
He's
at all.
not. He's one of the worst, especially when you talk big isekai protagonists. He's not even as good as the other protagonists.
My problem, real quick, Miles, is actually their antagonists. Their antagonists are horrible. Like
terrible.
The first antagonist, he forgot why he did what he did. The guy that captured everybody in the whole purpose of the show, when they confront him, he's like, I forget. What do you mean you forget? Like, so the whole reason why all this happened,
The story is there. Just say he went crazy. Maybe he lost funding, but he found a way, and now he's under pressure. Like, give us like the fact that us five can give a better freaking
in the lab.
Oh my god!
I like
Ty,
that.
So basically, Miles,
maybe have an AI go
the
crazy.
protagonist
Like,
is bad,
I don't understand how you
is bad,
this.
and the antagonist is bad.
No,
I
That's
understand.
no,
I like
I'm
Death
sorry.
Gun.
I'll be Ty. Honestly, I would
Death
fight
Gun?
you.
I
I would literally
Death
pull up
Gun.
and fight you if in Hustle the reason why the main antagonist, the one that you introduced in the volume 2, if the reason why he just did everything is just because I forget why I did all this. I don't know, because I felt like
crazy,
I would fight you, Ty. I would fight.
I'm not gonna hold you, Ty. I might resell my volumes.
I ain't gonna lie. Wait,
I might resell my volumes.
I forgot why I did it.
That's basically it. That's basically why he does when they they get to 75. It's exposed that this guy Heathcliff, he's like a big guild
I think
leader.
That sounds like now a lot of times
it's so bad.
And we don't get the context later. It's not that we discover why later. We just don't. We don't get the
By the way, there's an AI version of the main villain from the first season walking around, and they do nothing with it, except that he kind of saves the girl he was kind of talking to when he was still alive. But other than that, they do nothing with it.
Ty, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, like, like a lot of times people say, "Oh, the author wrote himself into a corner." Sometimes I'm like, I don't think so. But that to me seems like he wanted to just write a bad guy, or he or she wanted to write a bad guy. But then when it came to time to question their beliefs, he was like, "Damn, He was like, damn.
It doesn't even need to be that Ty. You could just say maybe an AI because he's creating AI to help run the game. Maybe an AI goes rogue and this guy's been on the other side trying to fucking stop it the whole time, but he fails or something like that.
Just
Like,
imagine,
I
like,
mean,
every
Randy
major,
wants to save
imagine
SEO.
every major antagonist.
I
I
do want
want SEO to be great.
this up.
I want it to be great.
Yeah, I mean, I hear your feelings. Not gonna lie,
I want it to be great.
Your SAO, the SAO deserves to get cooked, to be honest. But Drink More Water and Bobby mentioned a very interesting thing. Bobby said, "Is there a place where we can see what anime and manga each of the hosts is currently watching / reading? That would be cool." And then Drink More Water said, "It would be nice if at the start of every show they have a list of what they have watched / read the past week." I was thinking of the like creating a BSS My Anime list. Or something. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about those two?
Let's say it again.
Well, I was thinking of creating a BSS My Anime list, but based on what Drink More Water and Bobby said, what do y'all think about that?
Why not?
Sure. I will still keep some of my stuff, but I will.
We don't want your hentai list. Don't worry, Lonnie.
Yeah, we're good on that, bro.
That's for Patreon. That's for Patreon. Don't worry about that.
Well, we did float. We did float the idea of us once a week. One of us recommends a manga or an anime that we're watching, and we can kind of like, and we're gonna put it on the IG or maybe TikTok. So Radell recommended one. I have a ton that I would like to recommend. Obviously Ty, each of us, because so we don't have to like, okay, maybe I'm the one recommending every week, but then I'm gonna run out because I remember talking to Lonnie. He said you run out pretty quickly. So if all of us can just recommend one each week, like, hey, this week Radell's winning this. Like, for instance, the Rent a Girlfriend one, that when I did that thing, the Fraud Watch a few weeks ago, and then somebody's like, yeah, I read all that. I'm like, that's freaking crazy. I'm like, yeah, I know. So it's just one of those things, yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Have a recommendation based on what we're reading and watching each week. We'll look into that for the first part of the segment. There's only one more thing I want to talk about or want to bring up, actually. Arguably two more things, and then we can move on to the One Piece stuff. And I think Lonnie has something too, actually. But when it comes down to it, I know we all love live action since the One Piece live action. But the news I've been hearing about Avatar is so cooked.
It's cooked.
It is so cooked. So here are some things that I heard. One, they want to take out Sokka's sexist nature at the start. And you're like, okay, who cares? I mean, that's also an important part of his character.
Important part of his character.
It's an important part.
Not just his sexist stuff. Not just his sexist stuff. They want to take away the Northern tribe sexist things towards Katara too.
I was say that was one of the biggest parts of the world building is how the Water tribe function and how it can impact the psyche of kids.
We're not even done with that. They also don't want to let Aang go on adventures. They want him to be a more serious Avatar. So he can't go off with was it Appa?
Yeah.
Appa and go and just travel. Because we know, like, when it comes to Aang, one of the big things with him is like he still wanted to be a child. He didn't want to fully take on the responsibility yet. There's more stuff though. They want to make it more mature, like Game of Thrones.
No,
and then
that's not how it works.
And
that's not how it works.
This is what the creator of Avatar said. One of the creators, Michael DiMartino. He said, "It might turn out to be the show many of you end up enjoying, but what I can be certain about is that whatever version end up on screen, it will not be what Brian and I had envisioned or intended to make." When the creator of the series said, "This is not what I wanted to make," cooked straight up.
Can I say something about this real quick? So first of all, to me, I get it, right? They have to sort things up because they need to get through the story. Maybe it's gonna be 8 episodes. Maybe they can't fit everything in. But I
told you we was real concerned about the episode length.
Maybe that's what it is. But I just think that it's not even Avatar anymore. Like just make a new story. You know what I'm saying? Like why change the key things that make the characters likable? Now, unless you're about to replace it with other interesting character traits, it's about to just be Aang needs to learn the elements, and that's pretty much it. Not the pressures of the world, not the world building that is consistent with how kids are raised in the Water tribe. None of that. Like, it's just like, Aang is in the damn iceberg because he didn't want the responsibility of Avatar. The story starts because of that key flaw that they're about to take out. Like, why? Okay, the question is, why is he the iceberg in the first place? If he's not relevant,
I fell.
Like, honestly, him being an iceberg makes no sense now. Unless you're about to say that he got over it while he was in the ice. I mean, I don't know.
Bro, it's crazy to me where live actions for the most part has been failing on its head. And the real one that really kind of changed our perspective, our perception of live action was One Piece. And what was the big reason why One Piece succeeded so much? Oda was consistently involved on every element in picking the cast and the story. And
These guys left.
Say that again.
The creators of Avatar left the project.
Exactly.
Early, yeah.
They didn't do what they wanted. They left because of it. I don't know why these creators keep on fumbling. I mean, even The Witcher fumbled where they.
Thank you. I was just about to bring that up. When Henry Cavill is fighting that much to keep The Witcher what it is, because he knows he's clearly, obviously, we know he's clearly a fan of fantasy. But the fact that he has to fight that much to the point he's like, you know what, y'all got it. Season 3, I'm out. I'm out after season 3.
The fact that your lead left because you're like diving that much away from the source material. He's like, you're literally ruining what I love. Like, I'm a fan of this.
We need to cook them also for that. They try to make the prequel movie about the conjunction of fears and how it all popped up, and it was bad. Guess the first Witcher was like an elf or something like that, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? Oh my god, bro!
We're about to get Shar started. She's a big Witcher fan. No, like people like putting their hands like in the pot too much, and like that's like, I feel like that's a big thing about like these remakes and like these live actions that we're getting and all of that stuff. Like everyone wants to like put their own little twist or spin on it, but it kind of ruins the original story, and it doesn't make like I'm all for change if it's for the betterment of the story. But if you're gonna like change, if you're gonna take away stuff, like I'd rather you add stuff than take away stuff, if that makes sense.
Facts.
You can still tell the story by keeping those elements. You can just maybe make it happen quick. I think, for example, they took a lot of detours at the beginning of the story because obviously the story had more time for Aang to take these detours and realize he's running from his responsibility. Maybe just make one detour. You know, you don't got to take it. Don't take it all out. Maybe makes one or two. And then you show that, oh dang, I actually the world, I failed the world, I left, the world needs me, and I need to own it to responsibility. Let's go to the water trial so I can learn waterbending. Just make it like an episode and a half, maybe. But completely taking it out just to me makes the beginning of the story not make much sense because now the question is, well, why did he freeze himself? Maybe they're gonna change and say he was just on a boat somewhere with his friends, and then he got caught in a storm and got frozen. It might change it like that.
They're gonna have to
There's
adjust
8 episodes, right? There's 8 episodes in the season, right?
8 episodes are all probably gonna be around 40 minutes long.
Yeah. So look, so Aang, how he ended up in the ice, that's an episode. Zuko's backstory is low key an episode. So now you got you're doing the entire book of water in 8 1-hour low-key 1-hour episodes. There's not enough time.
How many episodes were in book 1? Like 24?
18.
Because like some 20. Other parts
only 18.
Gonna cut it.
Not bad.
Because not every detour that Aang does is important, right? Not every detour is important. But if you're doing this much, you're cutting out, like Shar said in the chat, those adventures were really important to Aang because he gets it, like Ty said, he gets to see the world, how things have changed. And I'm like, those things are important. And in 8 episodes, I don't think you can do it. The more and more I think about it, especially since we talked about
Miles, they might as well take out Suki, bro. Not gonna lie. Might as well.
Yeah, because you know what's so crazy? It was so interesting seeing Aang go to try. In the good part of the writing was when Aang would try to escape his problems, they would go back in his face. Like people wouldn't know he's an Avatar, and then people were struggling. Man, this Avatar done left us. Now we're struggling. He'd be like, they don't know I'm an Avatar. He's looking awkward, like down. You know what I'm saying? So it shows he couldn't like those detours really showed that no matter how far he's going to run, every piece of the world has been impacted by his absence. And I just
not only is the story, it's crazy that they're doing all these story changes, but also adding
the story into 8
that,
hours is not going to work, bro.
It's not. It's
also adding upon that they're trying to make it mature like Game of Thrones.
That's not the story.
It's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense. That's not the story.
I'm convinced that some people think that if it's more mature, it's a better story, and that's just not true.
Absolutely.
Facts.
For
That's
instance,
that's just not true.
for instance, Ty, have you watched Peaky Blinders on Netflix?
I haven't.
Peaky Blinders is basically like you're watching a British gang kind of rise up in like industrial era, like during the Industrial Revolution in London. That's why it works. That grime works for it. If you all of a sudden try to make it PG, Peaky Blinders not gonna hit the same way it does.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think like we just take Avatar. Avatar is the starting age for Avatar is 7 years old. It's better written than most stories. Like it's a better written story than most stories. Like freaking SpongeBob. The first 3 seasons before the original writer left. When he left, it got ass. The first 3 seasons of SpongeBob are iconic. That's the best written like fiction like ever. It's for kids.
Was that when they're trying to tell us SpongeBob was going to turn kids gay? Is that when they were trying to tell us that?
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah, my mom was mad worried about that. It's like, I don't know, man. SpongeBob might turn you gay. I said, I think I'm all right. I think I'm all right.
Also, like a big thing with like Avatar, and this is the last thing, and then we'll move on, is that yeah, it's childish, especially since we know that these are kids, and like we get to see them, we get to see and goof off, but it grows into the mature elements that it does later on. With how crazy Zuko's sister is, the abuse that Zuko had from his father, so they're just like they don't man, it's tough. Shout out Drink More Water with the $10 super chat.
I like the mature things. You see it episode 1 when we see Zuko in the Fire Nation who are imperialists coming to the wall trying to take Aang. Episode 3, they go to an air temple to see all the skulls of his masters. They're dead.
They gotta find out his masters about that life.
Like episode 3, we see genocide. He's the title. Think about the title. The title is literally because of genocide. He's the last endbender because people face genocide. So the mature things have always been there.
Side note, real quick. Side note: Zuko's scar looks like someone just took like a paintbrush and just slapped him across the face.
Nah, he got punched in the face and he just bruised. That's what it looks like. I needed to see sparring for real. His dad tried to burn his eye out. I need to see that. What are we talking about?
Shout out Drink More Water with the $10 super chat, my guy. Appreciate you supporting.
Drink More Water MVP for real.
Facts. Second JJK question. Do we see any chapters about the Heian era? We've been talking about this. I find this interesting with a lot of untold backstory. The Fujiwara, Yuta, Sun, Moon, and Star Squad, the major clan, Sugawara, etc.
You need it. Kenjaku needs the Heian era arc. He legitimately needs it now.
I think we're gonna get that backstory. I think we're gonna get it.
I don't know if it'll be.
You know when we're gonna get that backstory, Ty? You know when you took
it's ending this year, Ty. It's ending this year.
Life flashes before his eyes. When
Sukuna's taken, he's smoking that Yuta pack. Miles, tell him, please.
Flashes before his eyes.
And then
we're gonna get that backstory.
He's smoking that Yuta pack. This is amazing.
You know what I love about this fight? This I can tell these guys are full of shit. You know what I love, right? The MC didn't make the plan. Why is he not making the plans? But
he was the original MC.
Y'all are good.
We here. Original MC. We here.
No, stop. It is
original MC.
It's so funny. It's so funny that Deku's still involved. I just read the chapters, by the way. Deku's still very much involved.
Well, is there a new JJK
They
chapter
moved because of his decision.
He just read the one, the My Hero chapter.
Yeah, I just read it. I read the last. I was quiet for a while. They all did this because of they were only going to act based on what Deku wanted. Like it was his idea that he was the one that said we can still say Shigaraki. He was one that's telling Shigaraki's grandma that. But it's so funny how y'all are saying, "Oh, it's cooked." Why did the main villain come up with the plan? But this side nigga that came in chapter 140 can kill the main villain.
He was the original main character. He's the original main character.
No, that's bad loophole.
Talk about it.
Loophole's a loophole.
I
find it funny. See, even though Deku's going to be the one to be Shigaraki, the fact that he came up with the plan is he didn't come up with the plan. But this nigga Yuta can kill Sukuna and ride out Pom Pom.
Oh, I don't think Yuta's gonna kill him.
Yeah, he's just gonna make his life flash before his eyes, and
he's gonna mess him up though.
Yeah,
he's gonna do his thing.
Yeah,
he's gonna do his thing.
They know this is crazy.
No, but I don't think we're gonna get like a flashback like that.
As long as it's my Yuta, don't give me no main character nothing.
No, I don't think we're gonna get a flashback necessarily. But I do think with the Heian era, maybe it ends up being like a whole movie type situation, or maybe like it becomes like a side story for a bit.
That would be interesting. I'll be honest. A
So
movie
they can
if
really
they
flush it
make
because I want to know like who are they like because Gojo and Yuta's descendants like one of the 3 great sorcerers or whatever. So I want to know about the other 2 and what they all could do. I want to know about their prime. I want to know about Kenjaku. I want to know about Sukuna. Maybe some of the other like heavy hitters back then. And maybe they're like legendary curses back then that everyone was dealing with and stuff like that. Like we just don't know. So I do want like a whole maybe that's like Gege's next project because he did say he is working slowly like on another project while he's finishing up JJK. So maybe that's it, or maybe it's just a completely other story.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
also side note to how Yuta's main character. If you read any of other Gege's work, all the main characters look like Yuta. I'm just saying they all look like Yuta.
Oh,
He has a bunch of short stories. They all look like Yuta.
It's almost like he has an art style, and his characters have similarities because
Yeah, Yuji don't look like Yuta. That's all I gotta say.
talk about it. Hey,
one of them is not like the other. And
with that said, with that said, okay, we can move on to like the main. Unless Lana, you want to talk about your agenda. Up to you.
I wanted to wait for J-Rob. It's about that solo leveling thing. We can wait until he gets.
Okay, we can wait for J-Rob. And talk about with that clip. You could bring it up with that clip too.
Well, that clip is like 3 minutes long, so
we'll talk about the first 10-20 seconds. So with that said, we can go into the One Piece stuff now. I think. Do y'all want to do the draft first, or do you want to talk about the One Piece storylines first?
Oh, that's the one. Billy Bob was right. That's the one thing that we didn't address. The leakers getting arrested. I know. I know. Ty was on Maya's ass the last few weeks. So did you stitch on Maya?
Yeah.
Snitching is crazy, Ty.
Snitching
is crazy, Ty.
Here's my problem. When go to the Sukuna fight, my job, I work a 9 to 5, right? I'm having to stay to fucking 3 a.m. to wait for these damn leaks, right? For 4 months. And I definitely stayed up because them leaks was crazy every time. But then it was one time I fell asleep because I was like, he was literally saying, all right, y'all, I'm about to drop, and it's like 1 a.m., right? I'm dropping in an hour.
Oh, I was thinking you're live when you fell asleep.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. I was like, bro, it was hour came and he didn't drop. I was like, all right, fine. The next week he comes, he's like, all right, drop it at 2 a.m. I'm like, all right, you better drop it this time. Somebody else drop it at 12. I'm like, okay, I'm about to. This is my new leaker now because you held me up last time. I had to go into the office the next day, so I was pissed. I was real pissed. So my new leaker over here dropping way earlier, and now Maya can magically drop at 12 when this dude start dropping at 12. Like, okay, so you like
they were beefing. They were beefing lucky.
Couldn't before. But now that you got caught up, now you can drop at 12. Okay, right, and then then that leaker start dropping at 11, and now Maya drops at 11. I'm like, bro, so you've been keeping us at 3 a.m. this whole
W capitalism, man.
You've been keeping us at 3 a.m. for 4 months, but you keep been dropping at 11 this whole time. I was like, Maya's on fraud watch. Then you see the police, they had his tweet up there on the board.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. Not even lying.
He got Maya and all them arrested. That's crazy.
Hooked, bro.
I didn't get arrested. I did
it to themselves.
Wait, so do y'all want to do the draft or the storylines first?
I don't mind.
Let's go to the storyline. This is the title. Let's go to the storyline. So, Lana, you can go for it.
All right. So we were all talking because it's been trending lately, like how some people just don't care right now. Like a lot of people in the One Piece fandom that they don't care about the whole story of Luffy being Pirate King. They care about a lot of other stories that, like, not that they don't care about at all, but there's like a whole bunch of other storylines in One Piece right now going on that they care about way more than Luffy's journey to be the Pirate King.
I'm so sorry. I just want to say this real quick. The fact that people think that Joy Boy is like hijacking Luffy's story, that is insane. I
do agree that it's little like they're like, yo, it's not like this isn't Luffy's story, it's Nika's.
That is insane. Like, first of all, I think it's because I think it's probably because maybe people One Piece has been going for a long time, so maybe there's little details you missed, or what, I don't know. But I lucky enough, I was able to read One Piece in 2022 like all in bulk, so I didn't have to wait. I read it all together, and there's so many implications suggesting that Luffy is Joy Boy, like from the beginning. Like the fact that people are saying that every time, or he's meant to do something special. The fact that every nigga that knew Roger, everybody that knew Roger that meets Luffy is like, hey yo, I think this is the special dude that Roger was talking about. I think that's the dude we're supposed to be waiting on. like literally at Marine Ford, there's like, yeah, whoever finds the One Piece is gonna change the world. Like they've been saying this for Luffy. Shanks talking away, but yeah, I lost my arm because I bet it on the New Age, and we see Luffy. It's like, bro, he's been set up to be Joy Boy for so long, so he's just doing what he always does, protecting people, saving people from injustice, even if he's like knowingly doing so. That's like his intention. So he's always been doing. And then we've been hearing about the dawn of the world for so long. Like even in Fishman Island, Otohime, the Fish Queen, she was talking about how eventually the dawn of the world will come. So I don't know, man. I feel like this has been stuff for so long that I don't really see how it's not Luffy's story anymore.
No, I agree. Like a lot of people just overhype. Like I see like some of the things that they're talking about. How they say like when he goes into Gear 5, it's more Nika than Luffy. Like he acts a little bit differently or whatever, even though he's still goofy. But I don't agree with like everything that they're saying. It's still at the end of the day, it's still Luffy's story.
I don't know.
But some people don't like disagree with me. Like they say, oh, he's still 100% Luffy when he's in Gear 5. I think like he's still he acts slightly different to me, but that's just my personal
I think he does.
I mean, I think it's just a heightened version of who he is, to be honest.
Yeah,
I agree.
and that could just be it. This could be like he's just a heightened version of himself. But if that's like actual like Nika's soul like influencing him, then that could be like a whole different type of thing. But you never know.
Fair. Oh yeah. What are the storylines that we gotta rank?
So first one, and it's not in order. We're just these are the ones we're gonna list, and then we're gonna like tell our own personal preferences. So Luffy's real dream. You might want to make the font bigger.
Is that good?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Luffy's real dream. Yeah, he does have a real dream. He told the Straw Hats, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Roger had the same dream too.
So
that was so fire.
Joy Boy / Void Century.
Okay.
I feel like they should be separate. Void Century and Joy Boy.
I mean, you can make it separate.
Yeah, random. Can you make it separate?
I got you.
Okay. Zoro being the #1 swordsman.
Yeah. Not moving me.
Hey, I want to see that before I see Luffy be Pirate King. That's just me. Shanks / Mihawks.
That's moving me, man. I need that. 100%. Come on now.
Like their history together.
Their history.
They are like both of them. Who or what is Blackbeard?
We'll probably get that Shanks Mihawk thing in SBS or something.
I need
they're never going to tackle it in the story.
I need a whole OVA, man. I need that fight.
Devil Fruits.
In the OVA, they're going to have a draw.
Stop.
I would say when
what is the One Piece?
That's #1. I'm gonna be
honest. Emu and what's his plan? EMU.
IMU, right?
I am you.
Oh, it's I. All right, my bad.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah. And his plan. When will the ancient weapons come into play?
Shout out Enel on the moon. Shout out.
He the one that sent the strike down to
Dragon.
He took the strike down.
And then
they were like, bro, I need you to.
What was the last one?
Quick, bro.
Luffy being Pirate King.
I think it'd be fun if we like start with the lowest one, then move all the way up.
I mean, you can just say out of these like in which order like you consider like it's like your personal preference. It's not like we're not ranking. I mean, we can rank them.
We're not ranking them.
I mean, we're all gonna have different opinions, but we can rank them if you want to. But like,
majority opinion, man. There's 4 of us.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna be able to rank it like I ain't gonna rank it down.
Yeah, that's just saying. In your personal preference, which out of these do you care about the most, like in order?
Got you. Wait, okay, Dragon. What about Dragon? Just like
his backstory, like what's his double, like just Dragon's whole role in the story.
Salute to Santo out here supporting.
We appreciate that, man.
So good birthday this week, bro. Salute to Santo. Happy birthday. Happy pre-birthday.
Happy birthday, Santo.
Oh, happy birthday, Santo. What's good, my boy? Hey, #1. Hey, make sure y'all check out that link tree. There's all of our socials, and I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, random. Ty's manga is in there as well, so make sure you
It
go
should
check that
be
out.
linked because I know you have it linked on your IG, right? Your IG and
Yeah,
your
I'm working
TikTok.
on volume 3 right now.
Woo, he's cooking, bro.
Boy, is working.
Mm,
I mean,
W.
he just dropped. All right.
With a new job, this crazy, bro. The dedication by Ty.
I respect it.
So I can go first. So in terms of me, just in terms of what I care about most right now.
I thought we were from least to most.
Oh,
Should we rank it?
Yeah, so yeah, let's do the lowest all the way to the most. I think that'd be
Okay, we're ranking it, boys.
All right.
Come
So what do
on.
you guys care about the least out of all these?
Let me see that.
Yeah, let's scroll.
I'll flip him. I'll flip him at the end, but here it is, right here.
You good, man? What do I care
So,
about the least?
Low-key might be Luffy being Dragon. It might be Luffy being Pirate King because I know Luffy's gonna be Pirate King, so I really don't care about it.
Yeah, I would say honestly the least thing to me is Shanks and Mihawk, only because I think their rivalry started because of Luffy. So or at least Shanks trying to raise up Luffy. I think that's why their rivalry was compromised.
I had no idea that. Why they compromise? Well, I think the idea is that Shanks and Mihawk's rivalry before, like them battling it out.
But it officially ended when he lost his arm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, so my thing is, when it comes to Mihawk and Shanks, the interesting part about it is the discourse between who is stronger, especially back then. I mean, that's the most interesting part about it, to see who's stronger, which is what everybody cares about. Man, people are putting money on it. It's in our Discord. People putting money on it. So that's the most interesting part.
Betting on this is crazy, in my opinion.
We got to see who it is. But yeah, go ahead, Miles.
No, I was just going to say, I fucking forgot.
Come on, me, man. Talking too much.
Mihawk, their rivalry not mattering anymore.
In terms of their rivalry, the power differential is weird, right? Because he became a Yonko after he had already lost his arm. In between the time he had met Luffy and Luffy ate the fruit and all that, that's when he lost his fruit and ascended to Yonko status. So it's kind of like, why? Being that he theoretically probably got stronger, why would Mihawk be disinterested just because he lost an arm? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I always say it's a pride thing because it's technically, when you look at him from Mihawk's perspective,
he's not out.
You won't beat the best version of him because he's missing the arm. But I get what you're saying.
I think also, I don't think Shanks got that much stronger because we know like being a Yonko is also about like you having a lot of influence, and Shanks became a Yonko because of that. That's what I think. I think it was less about power and more about him just growing as a pirate.
The only reason why I have a problem with that is his fleet is notoriously weak. So what level of influence did he gain in that time span other than the strength he already had?
Maybe more involvement with the government, because we seen in the Reverie where he literally just walks in there.
Yeah, that could also be what it is. I have a question. When Luffy first learned about Yonko, Shanks was a Yonko by then.
Yeah, he was.
So, well, here's the thing, Maz. I think maybe when we get the Shanks story, we're gonna find out like what made him a Yonko. I don't think we really know just what it is.
That's why it can't be last place, bro. You know what should be last place? Zoro becoming the #1 swordsman.
I agree with that too.
Wait, hold on a second. So you see, that was slick. I like that. He's slick. We're just talking about things that are more so Shanks centric opposed to the rivalry. Like what made him a Yonko. All that stuff is like post rivalry.
Yeah.
So that ain't included.
You said what makes him a young. Whoa.
My response to that though is like we've seen Shanks. Shanks doesn't do things in a linear way. It's not like a straightforward way. Like he's not like a Daisuke, but he has like a particular way of setting up things. Like as we saw, like when the new arc started, he's just like, "Hey, let's finally just go get the One Piece." So it wasn't his goal like the whole time. So it's like maybe being a Yonko wasn't like. He probably could have been a Yonko earlier if he chose to, but it just wasn't in his it just wasn't his plans at the time, or wasn't like convenient for him or things like that. Because it's like if he wanted to get the One Piece like everybody else, he would have been after it. But now he's just like, let's go get the One Piece. So it's like
I feel like he has a particular way and reason why he's doing everything.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I think it's all predicated on Luffy. I think he wants to make Luffy the Pirate King just because he's been betting on Luffy since the beginning, like by his words. And then two, the reason why I'm saying that this can't be included in the Shanks Mihawk rivalry, if we're saying that his rivalry with Mihawk ended after he lost his arm, then everything post that is not the rivalry.
Well, I technically wouldn't say that personally because I think they still have obviously a relationship to an extent. Mihawk doesn't care, but I would still. I get what you're saying, Ty, but because the relationship is there, I wouldn't necessarily consider them friends. So they would still be rivals. It's just a rival that you can't finish your fight with, to be honest. So my thing is, I still think the Mihawk stuff and the Shanks stuff, what got them to their place, what got Mihawk to where he became, what got Shanks to where he became, and obviously what made them rivals in the first place, their duels, who was stronger. Was Shanks really a swordsman that was on par with him? I think there's a lot more to that and their dynamic, and I think the One Piece fan base cares about it a lot. Whereas Zoro, when it comes to being the number one swordsman, it's very cutthroat, and it's different from Luffy becoming the Pirate King because Luffy is going to impact the entire world. When Zoro becomes the number one swordsman, yeah, we're going to see him beat Mihawk, but that's about it. Like, I don't think the impact really goes beyond like maybe swordsmen who care about it.
Here's my counter to that though. So we know that to be rivals, you have to be competing with something. Once Shanks lost his arm, him and Mihawk no longer competed. They're not. Well, we know Mihawk's not trying to be Pirate King. We know that Shanks not trying to be the greatest swordsman, so they are no longer rivals because they're not competing against each other anymore. So not rivals anymore. Two, Zoro becoming the number one swordsman is how Luffy becomes the king of the pirates because he needs everyone to be at their best and accomplish their dreams because then they in turn help him accomplish his. So like Zoro becoming his path to becoming the number one swordsman inherently help Luffy accomplish the dream of finding the One Piece.
Yeah, but you're extending Zoro's accomplishment to a bigger, more important dynamic in the story, which is Luffy. I'm just talking about this in the vacuum. But even if you want to argue the rivalry point, the stuff before the stuff I said for before still applies in terms of the lead up of Mihawk and
isn't what you're saying it not being in a vacuum either? Because their rivalry ends again. Once his arm is gone, they're no longer competing. They're not rivals anymore, but you're still extending.
Even if you want to argue that, it's fine. That's why I say I'm fine if you want to argue that. The stuff before leading up to what they become and what the boiling point of the rivalry, the matches, because even like before, they still reached a pinnacle of power that we're all very interested in, of course. So I think that stuff is still very, very interesting, and the fan base cares about more. The intrigue of Shanks and Mihawk and who is stronger is going to be a discourse until One Piece ends. We know Zoro is going to become the number one swordsman. We know he has to beat Mihawk, and its impact, honestly, doesn't really extend that far beyond than maybe some swordsmen care. Like who, Tashigi? Like is she the only one who cares? Like other than that, it just the impact is not big enough. That's why I say it's least on this list.
I don't know. I still have a high.
It's on my personal list because I personally just really want to see it in One Piece. Like I said, I care about that more than I care about seeing Luffy become Pirate King because I like Zoro more than I like Luffy. But in terms of importance, yeah, I guess you can put it more towards the bottom out of all these. So I guess I'm fine with that.
Zoro number one swordsman. Is that consensus? Majority? Not consensus. Majority.
If y'all agree, then.
Yeah, man.
That's why I said everyone should do their own. Like everyone should say like
it's fine.
Their personal order.
We done it before. We had to like.
Oh, we got good conversation. Not gonna lie, good content we're making right over here, man.
All right, what's the next lowest?
I'll flip the numbers, so don't worry about the numbers right now.
You good, Randall?
So here's all the storylines again.
So Luffy's real dream, Dragon.
Could you also cross out the Zoro one? I don't know if you can do that or not.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just delete it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, now this is kind of gets interesting. Oh, well, I think I know what Ties is.
No, my next. Oh, Shanks and Mihawk. Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah. Would I go Shanks? Is there anyone?
All these other ones out there are crazier.
No, what the ancient weapons I feel like is important. Dragon is still such a mystery. Like we have no context. We still have like little to no context when it comes to Dragon.
I don't care about Dragon. I'm not gonna lie.
Dragon's my boy, man.
I just want to know.
He been looking at the East too long, bro. I'm good.
Hey, well,
I
I
just
said,
want
what you look at
answers,
the East
bro.
as a
Like,
summer
why
I
are you
noticed that
going
about
every
Miles,
season,
man.
bro?
He only gives you a certain amount of time, and then once you cross that line, it's all right, man. I'm done with you.
Oh yes,
I don't
yeah.
got time for this.
Y'all see, he threw with Saturn. He threw with him.
He's
Yeah,
moving
but
me now. He's moving
We
me
saw
now.
how
He's
the
moving me
TikTok
now.
performed. Everybody throwing with Saturn.
I'll tell you right now. I will take a small One Piece break. Is just if the only reason why Dragon's the most dangerous man is because he's leading the revolution.
Oh yeah, I'll be pissed.
No, I
I'll
think
be
I'll be
pissed.
pissed.
nah. I think it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah, I do too.
That's what I'm assuming. But if
I-
that's the only reason, I'm taking a few weeks.
Wait,
I'm taking
wait.
like a month off.
I
Like, don't even talk to me about One Piece. I
have a
don't want to hear.
question. So, like, why is it that does that like I guess what does that justify it? Like, you lead a successful revolution? No.
Logically, you make sense. My expectations are too high, though.
I was
My
saying,
expectations
are
are
higher
way
than that.
too high for that to be it, bro. I need more.
I guess what
just need
I
more.
guess
You're Luffy's dad. The only reason why you're called the most dangerous is because you're just the leader of the revolution.
no. I would assume
Yo.
he's a powerful person leading that revolution because we know when Luffy used Conqueror's Haki Marineford, that's Dragon Son, so we know he's powerful. So a very powerful man to lead a revolution. I think.
Oh
Doesn't that-
yeah.
like,
No, I'm with that, Ty.
Is
No,
he the
100%.
most powerful? Does he?
But we don't.
I think does he know like a secret of the government that we don't know yet?
That's
like
what I think.
yeah, because
Oh,
that's what
okay,
you watch.
so
Like
that's-
he might
so,
have
If
like
he
a
got the
secret.
taste on the government.
We all like not including him being powerful. He's just a leader, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
he's
what,
just a
that's what
leader.
Lonnie
That's
was
it. I'm gonna
saying.
be pissed. Like I'll certainly take a month off.
He's definitely gonna be powerful.
Implied that when Luffy used Conqueror's Haki, and they said, "Oh, this is Dragon's Son," which means he has Conquerors too.
Timothy. What are we saying for the next lowest?
I think
I
it's Shanks
mean-
and Mihawk. I think the other ones are just heavy
So
hitters.
Dragon was
I-
one, right?
I'll agree with the Shanks and Mihawk. I'll
Yeah,
agree with the Shanks.
Shanks and
I'll
Mihawk.
agree with Shanks and Mihawk too.
No, Shanks and Mihawk.
Just
No,
reverse-
the random Shanks and
Oh,
Mihawk.
I
yeah.
say, whoa, what's going on?
I would arguably go next.
Fruits?
Oh, I was gonna say ancient.
No, I
weapons.
think devil fruits are super important.
I do too. I was gonna say ancient weapons personally. Yes, they're very important.
I feel you. Because you know what? I feel like ancient weapons on their own. I could find them in the Void Century. I could find them with Emu. I could find them with other things. You know, like ancient
yeah.
weapons. Like if I say Emu, they think of Wolf an Island. So I'm sure that was an ancient weapon. It has to be.
Has
right?
to be 100%.
Okay.
And we know one of them's a battleship, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so
You can take out
four.
the Shanks and I'm trying to make sure that list go away.
I got you. Hold on. When will
Oh, hey, yo, Miles, just believe in Dragon, man.
Nah, I
Fact.
mean, I'm just tired of him. I just wanted to do something already.
He should have pulled up. I mean, I'm not mad at who pulled up, but he should have pulled
Well,
up.
I have a question, Miles. How long have you been reading One Piece?
Since 2016.
You know what it is? I think that might be it because I read it for the first time in 2022. So like I don't have the
Damn.
well, yeah, because I never read it. So I don't have the fatigue a lot of fans have. If you're reading something since like 2010,
Yeah, I think I picked it up in like 2015, like 2015.
Yeah, I've been reading One
I
Piece.
can
since
imagine reading
high
One Piece
school.
since I was
I don't
like
know.
in middle school. Like, yo, Dragon. I've been waiting since middle school. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
Yeah.
why maybe
I'm not gonna hold you. That's me with Berserk. I'm getting scared that I'm gonna hit that point. I think I started reading Berserk in 2017.
But you know what
So-
though? I can excuse it a little bit just because it doesn't release consistently. I couldn't imagine be consistently reading something for like 15 years.
And
When
they
I
still
started
don't-
reading Gear
I'm-
4, like literally just dropped on TV in
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah,
Damn,
Oh,
2016.
That was like
mid Dressrosa. We joined during hell. Like the worst
Yeah.
time to
Yeah,
join.
you know what? I think that's why I don't have like the fatigue for certain plot points. Like, but people like, damn, the dudes like, bro, give some time. I'm like, well, I just started reading a year ago, so
I don't have fatigue because I've been reading it a very long time, definitely longer than Lonnie and Miles. I just have expectations. You don't meet my expectations, I'd be pissed. I don't lie. That's all
man.
it is.
Mm.
I have expectations.
All
All
right,
right,
so
what's
what's-
we going for next?
So what's 4?
Can you scroll up, random?
Can you
Yeah.
take away the Shanks and Mihawk too?
Yep. My
Yeah.
bad.
Ooh.
Void Century is still important. Luffy's real dream is still important.
I think it might be time, boys.
No,
I think it might be time, man.
Yeah, I think it's time for
my-
Dragon.
Be my dog.
No, I was thinking it was time for Luffy being Pirate King. That's what I was gonna argue. That's what I was about to argue, man.
Hey,
I don't.
That's
Yeah, I
fine
don't.
with that.
That's,
Unfortunate, but like we know it's gonna happen, right? So it's like
I would put that at 3.
Carson, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Luffy being Pirate King, what is the One Piece are like the same, like Luffy the same.
oh, I don't think
They're
so.
technically not the same thing, but like
Yeah.
we know that Luffy becoming Pirate King means the world's gonna change based on what Whitebeard said.
mhm.
So that's like a crazy thing.
It is, but I think we still have an understand like you said, we have an understanding of what it will happen and what it's going to represent and what the world. I mean, to be fair, it could be a situation where he becomes Pirate King and then there's a whole nother arc of what he does when he becomes Pirate King. I don't know, but
Because it could be like he finds the One Piece and then he does something and then it's officially the Pirate King.
You know why I want to happen? I need Luffy to find the One Piece at the end of the chapter, and we have like the Luffy just laughed, and then the chapter is that would be so tough. Like rock, that would be so tough.
oh, that's a great cliffhanger.
That's probably how it's gonna happen.
for
That,
sure.
if we get that, he opens the treasure chest and he laughs. It says Luffy just laughed, and it says One Piece, and then it ends. And we have to wait till next week.
I'm just looking at everything here. I'm just like interested in Luffy becoming Pirate King the least amount. Not that I'm not interested. I'm just the least amount.
We could add it. It's fine.
All right, Luffy
Oh,
being
Billy Bob
Pirate
said
King.
24 is the Year of the Dragon. That's a fact. I actually did fan art for Year of the Dragon. Hold on a second.
So
W.
Luffy being Pirate King is the next one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Me and some people at
It's most interesting, Lewis.
did art for it.
I meant Santo. I don't know why I said Lewis.
We can pack Dragon now. Let's pack him. Come on.
Hold on a second.
Is it time for Dragon?
It looked.
Oh, let's full screen tie.
Hold on. I did take the blurry thing off. Yeah, I did some Year of the Dragon fan art.
That's dope.
That's dope.
It's fire, man.
Yeah.
Fire.
I didn't even know it was the Year of the Dragon. W Year of the Dragon, man.
Yeah, we like them, man.
Shout out. All right, is it Dragon's time?
Yo,
I don't
Here we
Get him
go.
out, get him out.
Hold on.
I'm so
Wee! Got them little donation goals now, man. We cooking. I feel bad we cutting off Miles. Though. I don't like that.
No, we good. I wasn't saying
Only $1 to make Random read 5 more chapters.
Lonnie.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna make them. Hey, we're gonna get
Make him
random reading.
read. Yeah.
Oh, Miles, you dropping 20? I'll drop 20.
I told you.
Oh
I'm
my
matching with
god,
you.
bro. That's 100 chapters. That's 100 chapters.
I think
Yo, that is OD.
we will rework this, and maybe we'll have all of our faces on top moving forward, so we can have this below.
that's
But
good.
Okay.
but for now, random. Since we got to see Miles, can you move it?
Yeah, I got you.
But appreciate you
wanna drop
creating
it.
that for us.
Yo, if y'all make us cosplay, don't go too crazy now.
That's why I said, please be merciful on that hoe.
Don't
Come
go
on.
too
Bro,
crazy.
I don't want to cosplay, but
Yo,
man,
low-key, I
You
have
sent me
shame, but I
money,
don't
I
have
mean,
shame.
I
When
might
it
have
comes
to
to
do-
money. I'm a little bit of a hoe, so like I'll
man, we here.
No.
You know, Lonnie, you scare me sometimes.
Hey, man.
Scare me, bro.
I think
Oh
I'm
my
fine
God.
with Dragon.
Hey,
think
I
I'm
haven't
fine
done
with
anything chaotic in a few days, Ty. Like there was someone, like I was at the grocery store today, right? And someone did like try to cut me in line, and I wanted to like bash their head in and like burn down their car, but I didn't. That's called progress. Okay.
Is
W.
that why you said like you were like in like you really like when Sakuna was like slicing people up in Shibuya, you were like, yeah, this was I don't know, Lonnie.
Hey, W role model.
Character development.
Role
right
model is crazy.
When you said you looked up to Sakuna for doing it, I got terrified.
Yo, that was lit, bro.
there. I'm fine with Dragon being next. I don't want.
Ayo, Dragon.
I'm super like I can't wait to get more about
Oh,
Dragon.
switch up, man. Wait. Stay on that side, man. When Dragon lock in, stay on that side.
When
Bro,
he finally turn west, we're gonna get
Ty,
Waffle.
what would you pick? Like, what would
No,
you
I'm
pick?
just saying, just stay on that side, man. When Dragon lock in, stay on that
Come
side.
on, man. This is tough, man. All right, what's next?
All right, Dragon's out.
Damn, what's
Shout out
next?
Dragon, my boy, man.
I'm not gonna lie, this gets really
I
tough.
think Emu and his plan.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say Luffy.
You
Maybe
can't-
Luffy is his dream only because what I think his dream is. I think his dream is just to make make the world be accessible to everyone. Maybe something like that. That's why I mean I don't know what Luffy's dream is, but
Enough food
I
for
have no
everybody,
idea what the
like
dream
something
is,
like
by the
that.
way.
maybe that's what I think because they say it is like, oh, that's ridiculous, it's childish.
So I really could see it be like everyone can eat as much as they want.
Maybe
Like,
something like that. That's why I say like, okay, I don't mind.
It's possible. I'm Miles. I'm question for you. Are you more interested in seeing more about Emu or Blackbeard? Because that's what it's like between those.
I want to care about. I care about Blackbeard a lot.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. I do too.
Oh, did you
I care
put God
about,
Island?
I care about
We
Blackbeard
didn't-
more than I do about
We didn't
Emu.
put God
Maybe
Island.
God
as a
Valley.
spoiler. God Valley. I mean.
And the only reason why I don't care about Emu's plan is because I technically feel like he's already done it. He's just trying to maintain what he or she is trying to maintain what they've already done.
That's fair.
That's fair. It's just a lead up to like this one. To be fair, we kind of have a general idea. Actually, I might be fun with
Low-key,
it. We
It
have a
might be
general
Luffy's
idea.
dream. No, it might be Luffy's dream.
Luffy's. I feel like. Oh man, that's
In terms of what I care about the least,
Yeah,
Compared
all the
to-
reason it's just a
compared
lot
to
of heavy hitters out
actually
here.
that's a good point. I'm gonna go Luffy's real dream.
It's a lot of heavy hitters out here.
I would argue Luffy's real dream is below Dragon. Not gonna lie. I mean above.
Really?
I rather. I think I'd rather
I'd
see
rather see
Dragon's
Dragon than
story.
Luffy's dream, but that's-
Yeah.
Oh, now y'all hating. Come
We're
on.
not hating.
So we flipping Dragon and Luffy or what?
Well,
No,
I don't think Lonnie's changing with it, so
Mhm,
I think it's fine.
All right.
yeah, no, it's fine.
All right, this we're gonna get real tough. Damn.
God Valley, Emu in his plan. What is the One Piece Devil Fruits? Who are what?
I
It might be Devil Fruits low key.
was thinking Joy Boy.
Nah, Joy Boy's up
No,
there.
that's
Nah,
super
Joy
important.
Boy's more up there.
It might be Devil Fruits.
Is it
Yeah.
Boy Country?
All reason is because we know that it comes from the manifestation of people's dreams. We gotta already have an idea of it. It's like what I think that maybe during like the hard times in the Void Century, like people wish for a better world, and maybe that's what happened. It might be Devil Fruits just because.
I have like a weird feeling that the Void Century situation is like dumb.
I think it's gonna be crazy. Not gonna lie. You
No,
know how
Void
in
Century
Fire
is tough.
Force, like when they I don't think it's gonna be like Fire Force, but when Fire Force dove into like the aspects of like the different types of like universes, that was such a crazy thing to introduce in a Fire Force universe. I think the Void Century is gonna have something on par with that in terms of like it's gonna be like a different world compared to what we know what One Piece is. I
I
think
don't
that'd
want
be
to say God Valley either because I'm really interested in like rocks.
Yeah, same. So what y'all think?
The fact that like Roger and Garp had to team up to take down Rocks, like I really want to know like how strong Rocks really was. Also, the fact that he had Kaido, Big Mom, Whitebeard, like they were all behind him, like they were all like under him.
You know what's so crazy? It's not even for me. It's not even how powerful he is. It's like what was he trying to do? The
Yeah,
fact that they
Rocks,
said,
yeah.
"Yo, he looking
Rocks in
something so crazy that we gotta ask Roger to help us." That to me is or Roger found it mutually beneficial to stop Rocks. Like, what the fuck was he about to do?
He kept on asking, "Yo, what are you doing?" Like, and then Rock's like, "Go away, man!" Like, what are you,
Like,
he's trying to do something.
It might be
That's what
it might
bro.
be Emu in his plan.
he was
It's
gonna do
either
something
Emu
so-
or Devil Fruits. That's what it is for me. Either Emu or Devil Fruits.
I think
I-
Devil Fruits are a little bit more interesting. Like, because like you said, like Emu's more trying to like maintain what he's already been doing.
Okay. So which one y'all going with?
I say Devil Fruits. I vote Devil Fruits. But
Miles, what do you say?
I'll say Devil Fruit.
Yeah,
I'll go Devil Fruits. We'll go Devil Fruits. That's fine. Next, I would go Emu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Are you guys fine with Emu after that, or
Yeah.
Yeah, Emu. Plan. All right, it gets real
no?
interesting.
Let's get dicey.
Is what
Okay.
y'all got left.
Joy
My-
Boy, Void Century. Who's
My argument for Joy Boy being next is that what do you really think we're gonna find out moving forward about Joy Boy? Like, it's probably just gonna be a very similar story to what Luffy's doing. So I don't think we're gonna find out anything. It's gonna be good. No, obviously, it's gonna be good. I don't think we're gonna find out anything that's like groundbreaking when it comes to
I
Joy
disagree entirely. I think
I think so.
I think the point of Joy Boy, I think it's connected to what happened with the Void Century and maybe what's might be the One Pieces. I think like it's connected to like those two. It might be connected some way to Blackbeard. Like we just don't know. Like I feel like it's like it's one of the strings that's holding like the whole story together. It's like whatever Joy Boy did, I think it affected the Void Century. It might have affected what the One Piece is. Like I think like that's a big part of it. So
You know something?
Maybe.
My brother was talking about it. Some of my brothers said that I'm like, that's actually fascinating. Is that it seems that a lot of people think that well, we know that Roger inherited the will from Joy Boy, and then it was passed on to Luffy. Like that dream has been passed on, like their wills have been passed on. Wouldn't the same thing be for the person that rivaled Joy Boy? Would it be passing down the rocks down in Blackbeard? And now they've just these two dreams have been fated to meet each other.
Well,
That's an
and to
interesting-
add on to that,
Well,
so
speaking of that, real quick, and then Miles, I'll let you go. I'm not gonna disrupt you. Can you add the will of D?
The will of D.
yeah, that
Can you add the will
yeah,
of D?
that should be on there.
Yeah, I just thought of that, but yeah, Miles, go ahead.
No, I was gonna just piggyback on what Ty was saying. During that confrontation or the conversation rather, what Shanks and Nagoro say, the main emphasis of that was extinguishing a single light, right? They have to decide between, Luffy or Blackbeard which one they're gonna allow to move on. So it's kind of interesting to see how long they've been doing this. If there were other incarnations in between, like Roger and Joy Boy and whatnot, I don't know.
Wait, what if that's what this? What if they had to make that decision between on God Valley, Roger or Rocks, and they decided let's get rid of Rocks?
Yeah, they're like,
There's so many interesting elements with this. I guess I don't see I see Joy Boy to be very pivotal. I just don't know if it was Joy Boy in particular that caused everything. But if you do think that, I could see why you would have him really.
even if he didn't cause everything, I feel like he was a key factor into a lot of these things.
No, I think he did cause everything. His failure has been emphasized.
No, I think he did everything too, but I'm saying even if he didn't, I feel like he was still like a major factor into these.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we're gonna be splitting hairs with these because they're all really interesting.
Yeah.
Is it Blackbeard? Is it Blackbeard it then?
Well, Blackbeard probably is going to connect to
Joy
I
Boy.
think Blackbeard's super interesting.
So much. And the reason why he can use 2 devil fruits is going to be huge.
Is it Joy Boy?
Or is it Void Century?
No,
the
I
voice,
feel like
nah.
the voice
The
is
voice
gonna be
century.
crazy, bro. I feel like the voice
This is tough. This also shows how great One Piece is because there's so many storylines that are just so closely important, we can't decide just outright.
And there's other ones, but these are just the top ones.
And we might have forgot other big ones too, but they're just not on the list.
I have a question for y'all. Y'all think is it?
It might be the Will of D. I'm not gonna hold you.
Low key. Well, we know that the Will of D is the enemy of the gods.
Yeah.
So people who inherit that will are meant to challenge.
I'm saying we at least know about it to a degree. That's what I'm saying. It might be the next on the list.
It might be Will of D because we know that one of the coldest. Y'all remember that when we and during Marineford has so much fire stuff. On Marineford, when Whitebeard is dying and he remembers the conversation he had with Roger, he was like, "Oh, you seen the government? They changed my name to Gold Roger," and he was like, "Yo, I run to people that have the D in their name. What does that mean?" He's okay, I fine, I'll tell you. Long ago, and he says, then he stops saying it. He stops talking. We cut to the present, and he looks at Blackbeard. Said, "The man that Roger waited for isn't you, Teach." So we know that the Will of D is connected to the person that Roger's waiting on, and the person Roger's waiting on is the person that finds the One Piece.
Bro, the Will of D is connected to so much stuff, and every time a character gets introduced and they have a D in their name, they're automatically a central point that people are like, bro, I got to see more what this guy's doing. I got to see more on his impact for the story. And the reveal of Vivi being a D was actually crazy in her whole entire. Not a lie, Random. You better forget all the stuff we talking about because that One Piece is gonna be a ride, man. The Will of D and how it set up its story and its ties to everything. It probably has the most ties out of all the
It might be, I know a
storylines.
lot to me. It might be Blackbeard or Joy Boy.
I'm going Joy Boy personally.
The
Parks.
problem with the hard part about this is all these things connect, so it's kind of like
For sure.
the reason
100%.
why I pick one is because it's connected to another. So it's kind of
It's really, I guess it's really what you expect to find out. Like when you get the Will of D, what do you expect to find out? I don't know what to expect to find out when it comes to Will of D. I feel like I know what to expect when it comes to Joy Boy.
okay. Well, I don't mind Joy Boy.
So Joy Boy's next.
What y'all, what Mazzy, Lonnie, what y'all think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fine.
Damn.
Okay. All right.
Now this is gonna be.
Is it Blackbeard? Is he?
Oh,
next?
I think
I'll
it
say
might.
Blackbeard here.
Okay.
Blackbeard.
I think I'm with you.
Who and what is Blackbeard?
Yeah.
All right.
I put God Valley at 11.
God Valley. I think I might agree actually.
Wait, can I see the?
You have to see the.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think
Do you think Rock's just a devil fruit?
The only reason, here's my thing, right? The only reason I'm more interested in God Valley than like the voice injury because it has so many characters I know.
I'm
Like
not mad at it.
the question is like, what really brought like Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, and Rocks together? Like, what brought them together?
Very fair. That's a
Like,
fair
those
point.
personalities, and to the point where even Big Mom was telling Kaido, "Hey, don't trust Rocks." Like Big Mom of all people, like, that Rocks boy kind of crazy.
That is a fair point. I mean, there's so many interesting stories regarding God Valley. I mean, isn't that where we're expecting Shanks to be born, or was it proven that Shanks was born?
Yeah,
Also,
Shanks is that's been confirmed already in the
also,
movie.
So-
see the dude that looks like Shanks, the Holy Knights, right? It was connected.
Garling, yeah.
It was connected
We'll get to see
Kuma's
him.
backstory. It was connected to Kuma's backstory. Yeah, like his Kuma's POV. Like it's
That
you know,
tie-in was real good. That not like that stuff involving Saturn I like a lot. Just his on-screen stuff I don't like, but seeing how like he played with Kuma and Ivankov, both of their lives at the same time during that arc is pretty cool.
Nah, I'm with you. Honestly,
What are we?
the only
deciding?
reason why I would probably go. I like voice entry more is because I don't know what to expect. Like that mystery when it comes to the voice entry is why I'm so interested in the voice.
Damn, bro, One Piece is good, bro. One Piece
Bro,
is
Because it's really splitting hairs. Like this isn't easy. This is splitting
This
hairs.
older fella knows how to write, man.
Man, 100%. He knows how to make live actions, anime, manga, bro.
This older kid, I don't know. This older kid, he's kind of good.
He needs to make a better video game and then he can lock it, bro.
Yo, just make Burning Blood 2 with more characters. That's all you need.
All right, so what y'all think? We want to do God Valley?
I would do God Valley.
Oh, I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
I would go God.
This man, I ain't gonna lie. I love the Kuma backstory, but I was like, man, wait. I was until we got when Kuma's backstory really started rolling. I was like, bro, I'm not trying to detour. But Kuma's backstory was peak, so I'm like, okay,
It's mad good.
Really good.
It was peak. Oda played too much though. She don't play with me like that. Like just show me the peak, bro.
Oh, Billy Bob, you know about Burning Blood?
Yeah. I think this one might be Willard. Wait, is it the one?
I think it's the One Piece.
Oh, I think One Piece is one though. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Because I feel like when you find the One Piece, you find out both of those too. It leads to those two.
That's true.
Well, it depends on what it is, bro. The One Piece.
No, when they say when you find the One Piece, you'll learn the history of the world.
Yeah,
that's the voice century.
Odin's letter. Odin was like, we found the One Piece. We found the history of the world. We found what the Will of D was. We found everything. So the One Piece has to be number one.
Yeah, One Piece is number one.
Oh, one. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
There is nothing in fiction that has some people on a tightrope. Like, what is the One Piece?
Yeah,
Like,
I would say it's probably the Will of D. It's the Will of D.
I'll go Will of D next.
Yeah, Ty, I'm not gonna hold you. If whatever the One Piece is, even though I feel like it's almost impossible for it to be
Friendship
wag.
in the journey.
If
It's not
whatever
gonna
the
be
One
that.
Piece is wag, like the type of war crimes I will commit,
It's not going to be
like I will break every Geneva Convention law. I don't care. Like the rumbling will look like some PBS show compared to what I will do. I'm sorry. The One Piece better hit. The One Piece better hit.
We have to arrest Lonnie before he commit more crimes.
Yeah, man. Right before that final arc, we just gotta put Lonnie in a room and just leave him there.
Right.
No, put him on, man. If the One
Read
Piece,
this in
whatever
peace,
the One
man.
Piece is actually is whack, order hire security because I'm coming. Hire all the security.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'll go Void Century then
Void
One
Century
Piece.
than One Piece.
Find
yeah.
your best warrior. Find your
Find your
best
best
warrior. That's all I
warrior.
got.
Crazy.
Lonnie is scary, bro.
Bro, when we find out the One Piece, bro, the world's gonna stop.
Watch
Like
it be-
legitimately, it's gonna stop when we
Ty,
find out
Ty,
the One
another
Piece,
dim-
bro.
another dimension. The One Piece is the journey that you made along the way. Okay,
Hell
yo,
no.
yo,
Hell no.
We know it's not that.
Hell no.
We know it's not. But I mean, that's part of the One
God,
Piece.
Godzilla will look like a little puppy compared to what I got going.
Honestly, I do think that's one of the messages of finding One Piece is the friends you make along the way. That's gonna be the message. That's not the One Piece.
There better be selling more, Ty.
Yeah, that's not the
Let me
big
know right now,
payout.
there better be selling more, Ty.
I'm just saying it will.
seen Godzilla?
That'll be part of Lonnie. I'm just saying, hey, King. I'm just saying that will be a message of the One Piece. Like, listen, you found naked. I couldn't have got here without you guys. Along the way,
I agree, Ty. I agree. But if that's all it is, Ty, Godzilla.
I mean, we know it's not because
gonna look
Oden
like a
is
water
like,
balloon
yo,
fight. It's gonna look like a
Oden said
water
we
balloon
found out
fight.
the Void
Ty.
Century. We found out the Willa D. We found out everything.
We find out
I mean,
everything.
there has to be more.
For sure. And to answer you, Santo, well, for me, I always compare the end of One Piece to the end of Attack on Titan. I trust Onisimon. I like the ending of Attack on Titan. When it comes to One Piece, I feel like I'm gonna like it regardless and understand it. But people are gonna have the problem is when people want something in very particular fashion and it doesn't happen the way they want it, and they don't step out of the lens of biasness, then they go crazy,
Wait,
and that's a
so
problem.
do y'all think that
I
when he
be
finds
trolling,
the
Ty, leave me alone.
do y'all think when he finds the One Piece
Shout out
it's gonna be
Utah.
over?
Come on.
Hey,
You said
man.
what? You said
The
what?
One Piece.
I
is
said
the hottest.
when Luffy finds the One Piece, do you think that'll be the ending of the story?
Nah.
Oh.
Actually,
Here's the
I
thing.
don't
It
know.
depends. Do they need the One Piece to take down the government or not?
That's what I think.
Because I actually think that is the case because he was like,
I
because the
agree,
government
yep.
doesn't want people to find it because of the harm it could cause. So I do think that they're gonna find it and then use the information to take down the government.
Mhm.
So did real quick, because obviously I'm not a reader here, but didn't Roger find the One Piece, or he was just like really close to it?
No, he
I
found,
found
it.
it. He found it.
But well,
So did he find it but never look in it?
no,
Well,
No.
random. I'll be honest. You literally will find out about that like the opening scene. They'll tell what Roger did.
Well, yeah. But the thing about it is that he couldn't, for some reason, he couldn't do something
And
with.
yeah.
Like the story said that he was too early to it, so he whatever was in there, he had to wait on someone else to find it. So he just told people that it exists, so people will go find it.
And he
Damn.
put his gold there. So
Yeah.
they-
He put some bread.
What they did him like
Look
Tai
for
Lung
bread.
from Kung Fu Panda?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
but he didn't take it as bad.
That's a little different. It's not like Roger set somebody else to do it, and they actually you can't find it, bro.
Yeah, that's
my
a yeah.
By the
Oh,
way,
Tai
look.
Lung got hold.
Tai Lung got hoed,
He got
Miles.
hold.
They hold the hell out of him.
I mean, hey man,
He would, bro.
Hey, man,
in-
that's
hey, yo, that's
in
the I ain't gonna lie,
Uruguay,
that
when
is
Ugu
literally.
sees him and says no, and he just turns around, and his master don't say nothing in his defense.
You know what that? You know that's like that is like
It's on fight with my master. I understand where you're coming from.
no, Rand,
nah,
that is-
he's not the chosen one, bro.
that is
Come
a
on,
textbook
no.
Hey,
definition.
something.
No, hold on a
You've only
second.
been grooming this guy since birth.
And
No,
he's
hold on a
not the
second.
chosen
I
one.
think that's a textbook definition of you're not that guy.
Facts.
Like
Yo.
I don't
That's
gotta
not
explain
him.
why you're not that guy. You're just not that guy.
It's tough. Say something in his defense.
But you
It's
let
right
me
on his-
believe I was
right
that
on his face,
guy.
bro.
But
You
then
know who
Miles,
that guy
you're
was?
not that guy. You're just not that guy. I don't
When he
know.
first lost, he
No,
was
I'm mad
his
at you.
when he
You
first
told
lost,
me
he
I
was-
was that guy.
Yo,
You
what
thought
he
you were
did,
that guy. You ended up not being that guy.
what he
That's
did to
tough,
the
man.
first, what he did
That's
to Fierce
tough,
5 was so bad they didn't even want to show it
You're
to the
just-
audience.
Listen, you're just not him. Like you're not
That's
him.
tough.
Do better. How about that?
Giving him
What
a
does that
piece of
mean?
reflective
Hold on,
paper, I would have
Brandon,
been hot.
Brandon,
I'm not gonna hold
Brandon,
you.
You gotta flip this because if this not flip, people gonna think we crazy.
Facts. Yo, they would have.
These dudes tripping.
All right,
Yo,
let me
they don't
fix
think we're
it.
crazy. If they're like, the
Yo,
Will
these-
voice your One Piece at the bottom. Yeah, man, you gotta flip
Uh,
that.
Oh
Shit. All right.
man.
All right, you guys go ahead. I'm about to, and I'm gonna flip it real quick.
I believe in you, random. I think we're just gonna save the One Piece draft for next episode. To be honest, especially since we want J Rob to be up here, our boy. So we'll save that for next episode. or an episode after, depending on what next conversation is. But let me know when you're ready, random, and then we're gonna show that list and then move on to our final topics.
You got it.
All right. So with that said, before we're gonna show the list a little bit later, but before we kind of get into it, I have a gauntlet best black anime character, and since we're talking about One Piece, Kuzan edition. So this is just
boy.
who you think is a better character. That's all it is, to be honest.
I like that.
Kuzan edition. All right, Kuzan or Killer Bee?
Who's on?
I'm gonna go Kuzan, bro. Kuzan moves me, man.
I'm gonna say
Killer B.
I think it's kind of close though.
I think it's close too.
No, it's close. Look, now give me Killer B.
The Garp stuff the Garp interaction put him above.
I'm sorry. Giving somebody like a 16 bars while you're piecing up him and his homies, that moves me. I'm sorry.
I think
No, I know.
Story,
I know. Miles would be all about it if he was good. He'd be fucking like, bro, this is the hardest dude we've ever seen. But the fact that it's trash, he don't fuck with it.
What you
Yeah,
mean?
I'm sorry. Have you ever beat somebody's ass while talking shit? Is the best feeling ever. It's like the best thing you could do.
Like
So
if it was
I'm
actually a good 16, like we'd be
sorry,
glazing that even
rapping
more.
while beating someone's ass.
Well,
If he was a better rapper, yeah, maybe.
If he
You
was a
talking about what he
better
did to
rapper.
Sasuke, Lonnie?
Yeah, I'm just
That
saying,
don't,
like,
that don't move me.
imagine
That don't move
talking
me.
shit. Well, because talking shit while fighting is fun, but
Sasuke don't
rapping,
move me, so that don't move
rapping
me.
while piecing up.
What?
Like, he
That- bro,
low key killed Sasuke twice.
that was
Killed Sasuke
tough.
twice.
Like imagine a dude writing lyrics like that's crazy.
But I'm used to Sasuke
Man.
taking that L, man, or looking bad. So
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Sasuke doesn't
Kuzan
know L's.
or Yoruichi?
Kuzan.
Mommy, you're a weak.
yeah,
Why is that
Kuz-
even?
Kuzan.
No
Kuzan.
disrespect.
I think Kuzan's a better character, but Yoruichi is so fire.
Better
bro.
character. You saw that cat. You saw the cat stretch. Better
I
character.
mean,
You talking about for different reasons, man.
man,
That's
there's very
definitely
few
character.
characters in
Yo, my
anime that I'm
character
like,
was
bro, if you
developing,
like
okay?
Yoruichi,
My
I
character
respect
was
it.
developing.
Come on now.
Now listen, she's a baddie, but listen, we lock in.
Man. Hey, Kuzan or Sister Crone from Promised Neverland?
Sister Crone in the manga, not the anime. The manga.
It's a good
Her
character.
manga version is fire. She's fire. She don't get that little weird ass doll she talking to and shit. They made her cuckoo instead. She was really smart. She was crazy but smart. Animators made her crazy. So I might go Sister Crone. Like yeah, she was fire in the manga.
She much more.
She got more
I
time.
think Kuzan will have depth, but she does have a lot of depth for what she did. In the
Yeah, and I think that she there's a lot that we see through her through like other people that took on that role, and then also we got more time with her because the manga didn't, the anime cut through things, so we got more time with her too. So I might say she's a pro.
Okay, let me finish the gauntlet first so we could keep it in
said
one collective
take a
video. Okay, Kuzan or Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai just hit, bro. I don't know. Afro Samurai.
Yeah, he just has.
He
more
might be
story.
he might be low-key the most iconic in my opinion.
Yeah,
Black anime character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Afro, man. Kuzan or Abdal from JoJo's?
I haven't seen JoJo's.
Kuzan.
Avdol was him, bro.
I respect the sacrifice. What?
W sacrifice is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say Kuzan.
I'm gonna say Kuzan too. I like Kuzan more. Kuzan or Tozen from Bleach?
Kuzan.
Kuzan. I think it's pretty easy for me. Kuzan or Ogen from Fire Force?
I like Ogen.
Ogen is tough though.
Ogen is tough.
Ogen is fire, bro.
When he tanked that big fire attack and like sent it back up in the sky, yo, that was tough.
Are you talking about Charon or Ogen?
I haven't finished Fire Force, so what I've seen, I'm gonna go Kuzan.
Okay.
Charon is the one who took that big fire attack and then threw it in the sky. He's the one. He's the one with the blindfold.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about him. Yeah, he's more important.
No, Ogon's the one with the tattoos.
Yeah, he's way more important than that guy. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. My bad. I done mixed up too. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the blindfold guy.
Yeah. The blindfold guy's fucking awesome.
He's the biggest black character in that show. But
Nah, he is too. I mean, Ogun just looks cool, bro. He has some cool abilities. But Charon too. You can have him too.
By the way, why would Fire Force give us a whole arc where they leave Japan and they go to China basically, and they just get high the whole time they're there? Kind of. They're just there getting high the whole time. Some kind of chemicals that allows fire the fire users to just go nuts. Like they just get high as hell.
We're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but yeah, shots at other countries in anime. That's what they do.
Oh my God.
Next we got Kuzan or Oob.
Who's on for now?
Who's on?
Who's on for
Let's see what they do.
Let's say Kuzan. With Dragon Ball Super, yeah, I'm sure Oob will be a more important character in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, maybe in like 5 years.
Facts. And then last one is Kuzan.
It'll take him at least 3 to beat Black Frieza. What are we talking about?
Oh man, don't start.
Kuzan or Killick from Soul Eater. I think that's his name.
Ooh, he was tough.
I really liked his abilities, bro.
Hold on.
You like this like fire and ice thing?
I'm gonna Kuzan, but
him.
I'm gonna stay with Kuzan.
I'm staying with Kuzan too.
I'm
I'm surprised you didn't put Scar.
Would you consider Scar black?
I think he's black.
Arabic.
But Scar clears, but I think he black.
I thought he was more like Arabic. Like
you consider Kuma black?
Yeah, Kuma's a black man.
Kuma's black.
I thought Kizaru's black too.
Like Huey or Riley, and then versus Kuzan. Because give me Huey.
With that said, who's y'all favorite black fictional character? If y'all have one.
I would say for a long time it was Huey, but then it moved to my dog Carlos from Manga Hustle.
That's my favorite. W plug.
You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. But other than that, it's probably Huey from Boondocks.
Well, Ty Slowbod. Mine is Huey from Boondocks. Not lie. Who's my dog?
Huey. I do like Ghost from Power since we're just talking fiction.
Oh, I love Ghost.
I like Ghost.
Ghost is tough, bro.
I got Barrett from Final Fantasy up there. Final Fantasy 7.
Why? I need you to explain that for me a little bit, Miles.
Because
other than him being like there for his adopted daughter, why else do you like him?
No, because I do feel like he was like that family father figure of that entire group. I feel like he was like the Draymond of that group.
W Black Father, man. W Black Father.
Draymond is crazy.
He didn't do shit other than mesh the team together.
You know what? You're right. Draymond is that guy before he started like being violent. So I was like, wait, Draymond?
Yeah, before he lost his mind.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, and I'm gonna be sick, low key. I'm not gonna hold you.
He deserves it, but we're not gonna get into that. We're not.
Shit. Did you guys? I saw you guys mentioned Boondocks. I was like,
Well, so talk about our favorite black anime character. Favorite
Static Shock is another
characters. Who's your favorite black fictional character?
If I'm being 100% honest, every time I see Granddad from Boondocks, I'm like, this is a
Granddad.
Granddad's just great.
I mean,
the girls, bro, he got. The only thing is, I just want Granddad to find like a girl and be cool with it. What's
bro? He only cares about young like
Kung Fu Wolf.
Yeah, what's
a good chick.
That
was a good girl right there.
Lonnie, the Killer Kung Fu Wolf was crazy, bro.
No, she was it. She was wifey material, bro.
Yeah, if she did not listen to a hood rat friend, she still would be with Granddad right now. She didn't.
She like blow herself up in the car.
Yeah,
that was a crazy episode.
It was a little talk.
Crazy episode.
It was a little talk, but yo,
her rat friend. Her rat friend was selling her, bro. Selling her.
Yo, she was just in a bunch of bad relationships, bro. Like she was just a hurt girl that needed guidance and acceptance. She just needs someone to accept her.
Why'd you let a Killer Kung Fu Wolf bitch in the crib?
Yeah, shout out Riley, man.
When Huey steps up and they start talking about the Kumite, I'm like, okay,
Riley's funny as hell.
Progressively over that 1 minute, she beat the piss out of that boy.
But mentioning Boondocks and the first name was Granddad. It's kind of.
I love Granddad. I absolutely love him.
Funny, man.
I love him.
But Riley and Hugh are right there. They right there.
That's cool. But without Granddad, Riley and Hugh ain't even there. What are we talking about?
No, without Granddad, Riley Huey probably wouldn't be as in so much. You know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on Granddad's name.
Hey man, shout out Granddad, man.
How do
Shout
the
out
people
Granddad.
feel about Uncle Ruckus, by the way?
He's
I know he's
white.
never gonna be anybody's favorite, but how do people feel about it?
He's white.
He does what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be a coon that is hilarious and he's funny.
Read, nigga, read.
But wait, no, he's originally a white man. That's why he's like that.
He is
He's funny,
funny.
bro. Don't lie.
He does his job, man.
I remember when his
Hilarious,
the
bro.
flashback of his dad beating him. Loki was like, "Yo, you did just for everything you did the past like all the episodes. You Loki deserve this. I know you're a kid in this moment, but you Loki deserve it for."
I mean, that caused it, so you know.
Nigga, that I see you just trying to be shit. Smash.
Which is actually really good writing, just showing like how his mother and father, how their influences made him a coon. It was actually really good writing.
Hey, that's what typically happens with certain people.
God, they were
But
just-
all right,
that
let's
was
see
just
the
great
list.
episodes. Thugnificent, a pimp named Slickback. What was the one dude, the rapper that was gay? And they were trying to like kind of they were talking about it the whole episode.
I remember he said Riley was like, he gay, ain't he? Or Huey. Yep. That makes
Do the whole thing. Do the
I'm still waiting just like to test that theory, just to throw a chair and see if it causes chaos. One day I'm just gonna throw a chair at somebody.
Bro, Boondocks is hilarious, bro.
Facts.
The fact Stick Meaner hated it, Granddad so bad he came back from death to get
Oh,
something.
bro,
Yeah,
the episode of Tom getting his girl taken from Usher, bro. That's crazy, bro.
I can see if it was like T.I. I was like, damn, that's T.I.
Do you remember the Itis episode when they had a restaurant? Hydraulic beds was crazy.
Bro, that was a good idea. Not gonna lie. This was a good idea. All right, so I'm gonna show. This is our One Piece storyline rankings. This is what we are the most interested as a collective group for One Piece storyline rankings. Number 1 is What is the One Piece? 2, The Void Century. 3, The Will of D. 4, God Valley. 5, Who or What is Blackbeard? 6, The Story Regarding Joy Boy. 7, Emu and His Plans. 8, Devil Fruits and their
Wow.
lineage and their origins. 9, Luffy's Real Dream. 10, The History and the Story Behind Dragon. 11, Luffy becoming Pirate King. 12, when will the ancient weapons come into play and what they are and what they do? 13, the dynamic between Shanks and Mihawk and their rivalry and their history. And then lastly is Zoro being the number 1 swordsman. Now, there's other ones, of course, but this is the ones that we picked out. And honestly, I think it's a pretty fire list. Not gonna lie, to be honest.
And random. That's what's gonna happen to Oda. If
Hey.
he looks up the story, he's just gonna hear,
bro.
yeah.
All right. Well,
I want to do it. God, I'm probably just gonna do a Boondocks thing, man.
We have to like in the Discord just have like a feel good like Boondock stream.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Hey, maybe. All right, so we'll wrap it up with BSS hot take reactions, BSS reactions. We'll start out with this one to lead up to I think something that Lonnie wants to talk about. We only watched the first couple seconds, so let's. Oh, I don't actually want to do all that. Let's go jump to that. Oh, I do have to click on it. Rip. Let's go. 1 second.
I'm still saying one day, Miles, try to listen to the Japanese dub of the Boondocks. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I'll check that
Like
out.
everything you just hear, obviously everything in Japanese. Then they get to the N word, and they just straight up say, and it's so funny. I don't know why it hits. I don't know why it hits the same way, but it's just like it's hilarious. Oh God, one of the funniest things.
All right, this is the first clip. This is the first clip that we're gonna react to. Not the entire thing, but the first.
Anime removed Studio Puri, which is a Korean animation studio, from the credits following backlash from Korean men after accusing Studio Puri of allegedly sneaking in a gesture that references Korean men's small peepees. And the gesture is this. Yes, it's this. Now, Korean men are claiming that in the opening credits and in some of the scenes, that they are allegedly sneaking in this gesture, and they're even going as far as claiming that Jinwoo, the main character, who happens to be a Korean man, is also doing this gesture.
I'll stop it there. Lonnie, do you want to continue
No,
the conversation?
Well, we said before that like how manhwa, like I felt for a while that manhwa gets gatekeeped or at least put in the back burner to a lot of these anime studios, and it's not just because like they don't think the stories are good; it's because of the relationships between the countries, and it's like little things like this. Even though, and like she says later on in that video, like I watched the opening, I watched what they're talking about, I didn't see anything, but it's like the relationships between countries affects the market that we get because there are a lot of manhwa that would be crazy animes. Like we talk about manhwa all the time. Like the beginning after end would probably be one of the best isekai. The Boxer would be a crazy sports anime, but because of the issues between the countries and stuff like that, and the discrimination between the countries, we might not get it. Or if we do, like they might mess up the story and things like that. And when it comes to South Korea, like they said, like this little gesture or whatever, I guess means that you have a small dick. And but they've actually accused not just with Soul Leveling, they accused this company of doing this with a previous anime as well, saying that they've done this before. And I haven't seen that particular anime, so I can't see if I saw them doing that gesture. I rewatched the Soul Leveling opening. I didn't see this gesture that these men are claiming that they did, but they're also saying now this is where it becomes political. They're saying that this anime company supports the BBB movement, which is South Korea. South Korea is very conservative and old-fashioned, and the BBB movement in South Korea is basically like women saying like, hey, they want to have more choices with their body. They want to be able to like date who they want. They basically want more freedom away from like the conservative classical norms in South Korea. Now, also with South Korea, the BBB movement wants to emphasize how like domestic violence is a big issue because I think worldwide the average domestic violence percentage is 30%. In South Korea, it's like over 40. So almost half of all relationships in South Korea have some sort of domestic violence. So they're basically trying to make this a political issue, saying like, hey, they're supporting these women. They're like saying that South Korean men are this way and this way, and it's becoming a bigger problem. So now more manhwa. So now it's like the issue is starting to be, some of the talks are like, should manhwa just be their own thing separately and not go to these anime companies? So are South Korean companies gonna make their own animes now? Because now it's like the tumbleweed's starting to roll. Like it's starting to become rolled into a bigger issue.
Well, I've always wondered why South Korea did not try to make something like China makes their own anime. They make their own. Why with South Korea with something as big as Soul 11, which is probably to the casual, that's probably the first thing that they'll hear. Why would you let a foreign company make this, especially since we know that they flipped it, right? And Soul Leveling itself is not immune to this regional beef. We saw how they portray the Japanese hunters in the story. They're downright kind of incompetent with kind of what they do. And this isn't just, there are other manhwas you could watch where they showcase this kind of adversarial relationship that they have. So if that's it, I mean, Lon, I've watched every episode. I haven't seen it, but that's kind of crazy to kind of
between the two countries, because in the manhwa, Japan is weak. Now in the anime, the main character is now in Japan and no longer in Korea, and he's not.
Oh, he's already in Japan. Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's how
It's based in
that's what
Japan.
they
It's
did,
not
yeah.
based in Korea.
it's based in Japan.
That's how they changed the story.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
so you see the pettiness. You see the pettiness.
So I
So
thought, like, I
Bro,
think what they're gonna do is they're just gonna
mean-
flip it. They're just gonna flip
So
it.
they basically just flipped it. So now
That's
imagine. So if we see later on that all the weak S rank hunters are now Korean, that's gonna cause even more issues between the countries.
And Lonnie, don't forget
I
there's
already-
the other part where the Japan contracts an American in the Soul Leveling story to save them from like a really big gate that breaks. So they call one of the best American S rank hunters to save them. And then that guy kind of fails, even though they also showcase Americans bad life because that guy's like, I need the money. It was an American or Russian, I can't remember. He's like, I need the money. So he gets the money first before he does anything, which kind of I always thought, I'm like, if he doesn't start working right away, it doesn't get as bad as it gets. And then Sun Jin-woo pulls up and saves the day in the manhwa. So I'm like, if they're gonna flip him like that, low key, because Japan, when you first see the Japanese hunters, they start talking to the South Koreans from a position of strength, like we're better than you. We have better hunters. Even our strongest hunter is better than your strongest hunter, because in the story, one of South Korea's S-rank hunters betrays South Korea and becomes a hunter for the U.S. So that's what happens. So it looks really bad.
Yeah,
because they only go to Japan twice in the story, right? Technically,
so it's
I
like,
don't remember. Miles, you asked something?
no, I was up there, like now
I
it's
forgot to my
getting,
ear.
like,
Okay.
yeah, so now like they're getting politics involved. They're getting now the company remove them off the credits. I don't even know if that's legal. Can you just like remove people off the credits because they don't like what you said? So it's like now it's starting to like become bad business. And so like are all the like now it's like it might affect future other manhwa being animated because it's like the trust and relationship between these businesses is starting to like crumble. So this is not looking good for like not just Solo Leveling, but like the future of manhwa being animated. It's not a
well,
good
we
sign.
said either way.
Yeah,
At least
for
I
the
said that either way. Either way, Solo Leveling will have an effect on the future of manhwa, especially since it basically does deal with real life places. I think beginning after the end might still be okay because it's a fantasy story. So I still think people can get away with that. But if you're dealing with more actual places like that base themselves in reality, I think you're kind of cooked.
They just greenlit omnipotent reader, but like if they're like now what company's gonna get that? Like, are they gonna like strong arm that company? Are they gonna change things? Like, so it's just like now.
Well, it really depends on like how South Korea's laws dictate self-made creators, and I guess technically depending on if the manhwa series are licensed to a certain company, how South Korea deals with them making certain relations with companies outside the country.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I mean, like Random said, I also said that it was going to be an issue. The moment I heard that they're going to change it to Japan, I knew that it was going to be an issue. And this is petty, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip of the iceberg, to be honest.
Like, I don't remember the last time something like that's happened. Definitely not like an anime, like where you piss them off and like you're just off the credits, so you're no longer recognized.
That's wild.
I think overall it'll be fine though, because like Tower of God is still cooking, and Tower of God will be fine. God of High School, I'm sure they're gonna want to bring that back and do whatever they got to do with that. I'm not too omnipotent reader from from what I remember.
I don't
Doesn't
remember
really
them
deal with
leaving like the
politics.
country. Yeah, I don't think they leave the country in omniscient.
But
Well, actually,
they're
they
saying like,
do-
oh, they're doing the Jester, or they're doing this, they're making this reference.
Hold on. Actually, I take that back. Omnipotent reader 100% deals with countries. I completely
No, they do, but do they leave Korea? At all in the story?
Well, yes, they do leave Korea. One, and two, they interact with other countries. I guess you could say heroes. In the story.
Yeah.
So,
what
but
they did with Solo Leveling, and now it's South Korea, they're in Japan again.
That will ruin the story a lot because there's a lot of mythological connections. Because how Omnipotent Reader works is there's the characters and then there's people who sponsor them. These are gods. So these are gods that are connected to specific mythologies. So you can't have a series where the main gods connected to your main cast is different gods. You would have to change the story on its head. So that legit won't work for Omnipotent Reader. Like, it would be worse if they change Omnipotent Reader than it would be for Solo Leveling. I'm being completely honest. So if they
he's right. He's absolutely right on that.
It'll ruin the story. So it's gonna. That's tough.
Could they not? I'm always curious to see how Solo Leveling made it to that Studio Pierrot and whoever else is animating it got there. Because if I was Netflix, this is a whole untapped market nobody's in. You've already
Yeah,
shown that you're good enough with anime, enough to get good enough anime on your platform. I would have been like, send me all of them. Send me all
you
of them,
need
South
some
Korea.
W's. 'cause
Solo
Avatar
leveling.
sucks.
Oh, if they were like, you can only watch solo leveling here. Do you know how many Netflix is already kind of killing it already? But do you know how many people would be like, I'm buying Netflix just for this alone? If they wanted to go beginning after the end, obviously you got to work on your episode things. They're like 8 episodes for some reason. I'm like, not with this. But I really think they could have worked on this.
I'm with you. Let's react to a few more before we wrap it up. Can y'all hear fine, by the way?
Mm-hmm. I can hear fine.
Is an unpopular anime opinion that you have? Oh, don't hold back, please. Feel free to express yourself.
Kagome should have been with Koga instead of Inuyasha.
What?
All right, bro.
Koga
All
seems
right.
motivated to be in a non-cheating relationship with Kagome. On the other hand, Inuyasha is still two-timing with Kikyo, even though she died like 3 times.
That's his first love.
Yeah, but then why would you want to, jump up and give your wrist to Kagome if you want to be with Kikyo?
Maybe he was just confused or lost.
Okay, but he has to make his decision. He's giving her feelings, both of them feelings. Don't get started on Moroku. I knew Moroku has been 2-timing or 3-timing, 4-timing with everybody. Koga just has all eyes on Kagome. I don't want my man cheating on me, looking at other people like that, especially dead women. It's like, she's dead.
Is she Loki spitting? Is
No,
is she Loki spitting?
Is that so funny? Typically, when stories, when a lot of stories have like the reverse type of thing, where it's like a girl deciding over 2 guys, usually the guys have a problem with that, and then when the guys decide over between 2 girls, the girls have a problem with it. That's really what's going on here. Let's be honest, right? Let's be real. That's what it is. But that to me is very much simplifying the story, because people kind of get on Inuyasha for being in a tough situation, even though his situation, or they get on Inuyasha for a situation, kind of ignoring that it's a really difficult situation. He was essentially supposed to marry Kikyo. He was supposed to marry her, right? And then the next thing you know, next thing he knows, in his mind, he tries to kill him. He doesn't know why. He found out that Naraku is the reason, right? He doesn't know why. And so then, in his mind, he sleeps for 50 years and then sees a woman that canonically looks just like her. Canonically, Kagome and Kikyo are identical.
And then he thought she was dead too, right? Kikyo?
Yeah, he did, but then she comes back and he thinks it's an opportunity for her to live again. He doesn't know that she can never come back.
That's the biggest one. Like, everything you said, and the fact that he thought she was dead. Like, bro, that's a tough situation. The love of your life did all that, and then
I'm about to marry, but make this woman my wife. I think she's about to kill me. I wake up to see a woman that looks exactly like her, same power and everything, and now we start a relationship, and then she comes back. I thought she was dead.
That's a crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
His confused feelings are like, just make a decision. I was like, you try to sit here and tell me. Imagine y'all about to get married, right? Your fiance disappears, right? You start dating someone else, and then I tell you finally, oh, your fiance, she's like, they're actually alive. You try to tell me that you wouldn't be conflicted in the slightest.
I'd have some questions.
Girls do ask that all the time, like, "Oh, if we were married and I disappeared for like 5 years, and you found someone else and had a family with them, would you leave them for me?" It's
no.
So funny. Girls ask that question all the time, but they have
no, I would not.
That's a crazy question.
No, I would not. That's
It is
a crazy answer.
I had a whole situation.
No, by the way, I don't get that question.
I get stupider versions of that question. Would you love me if I was a worm?
No.
Y'all are getting the deep, heavy hitting questions. Oh my god!
Probably step on you.
No, it's definitely a crazy situation. Like, I mean, I see what people are trying to. If they want to simplify, I can see why you would go Koga. But the dynamic between Inuyasha and the situation, like, it's an unimaginable situation to deal with what Inuyasha deals with. And at the end of the day, even though she did what she did, Inuyasha still loved Kikyo. Like, he 100% still loved her, like, completely. So
girls like to pick and choose. Y'all love The Bachelor, but like when a guy's talking to 5 women, like it's a problem.
It's literally because it's a guy deciding between 2 women. If it was flipped, it would be, and that's fine. There's no problem with it. It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But
Ella hypocrite. All right, let's see this next one.
Also, Lewis, I will have drama and hustle with relationship stuff.
As weird as Mineta from My Hero Academia. I'm listening. One's more attractive than the other. People in the slide.
Oh, he's cooking.
Yeah, facts. Let's just keep it a band. Yeah.
He's cooking.
Yes,
Yes, sir. It's all about the halo effect, bro. Psychology, man.
He's cooking. He's cooking, absolutely.
I would argue Hisoka's worse than Minato, bro.
He's not arguing. There's no arguing. He's 100% worse. He's not even close. It's not even close.
Nah, I'll do that. Like, for
You
sure.
know what's so funny?
But they do
You know
give him
what's so
grace
funny?
because people are like, oh, he's pretty.
You know what's so funny? The same.
Yes.
I know women who hate Mineta, but then also like Sanji because Sanji's more handsome and he cooks for women. Like it's literally like,
Bro, the double standards when it comes to women and what they think they want. Like, come
I'm
on.
not saying
bro.
that the double standard is a bad thing. It's fine, but let's just call it what it is. It is like if a girl's more attractive, we will. I know I've had it past. A girl more attractive, she can get away with more stuff that I wouldn't let someone who I'm not attracted to. And that's fine. Let's accept.
My girl gets away with this ridiculous.
At Black Citizen Society, we accept double standard. We say that they exist.
We say they exist. You just, I'm not dealing with it though. No, that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. They
Hey,
straight
man.
up they brainwash Mineta like some subliminal stuff like season 5. They just hook him up to a chair and he's never been the same since. They just snuck that in. Nobody ever
Good.
thinks about that.
El weirdo. All right, this is the last clip we reacted to.
Blake.
Shout out to Blake, bro.
Shout out to Blake.
They were hating on my boy with his solo leveling video, man. I thought it was good.
It was good.
What anime do you think is absolutely trash?
Trash anime. I gotta go with either Naruto or Black Clover. Yeah. Whiny. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So slow.
Okay.
You're a little slow.
I wish you would explain why, because I just think he's just talking.
Favorite anime, I think, is One Piece, but you have to be committed to it. It's a grind.
We're talking about slow, but you bring up One Piece.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
We're talking about slow, but you bring up One Piece.
Bro, the hypocrisy in that statement was
He's just talking. He's just talking.
the hypocrisy in that statement was
fall asleep.
crazy.
Like, was it Riddell caught 2 strays when he's like JJK and Black Clover? I was like, oh, Riddell gonna be mad for real. I was like, oh my god. That's
So
crazy.
he said that the worst was Naruto and Black Clover. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how you say. I can't even say that with Naruto at the beginning. Come on, bro. And then you said you have to grind through One Piece, bruh. What? The hypocrisy is
One
glaring
Piece is
right
slow
there,
in the
bro.
beginning. Like, come on.
It's way slower than Naruto at the very least. Like, come
Black
on,
Clover,
bro.
slower.
What are you talking about?
Nah, he did not. He did not cook. He did not.
That's
Black
tough.
Clover, I'm not mad at it because I actually dropped Black Clover one time after the first episode and then repicked it back up. I'm not mad at Black Clover. Naruto's insane though. I'm not lying.
Yeah,
His name was
Naruto's
on
wild.
Death Note before he even finished the video. I already put his name down. I don't even know what his name is. I just wrote it.
What's the next Black Clover chapter, by the way? It's been what, a month and a half?
We
I don't
good.
want to talk about it.
Jesus Christ.
He can keep it. We
yeah,
good.
Black Clover is cooked. No, a month and a half. December.
No, low key,
January,
Miles. At this
February,
point,
March.
keep Black Clover. Don't.
We
finish it.
good.
Don't
You can
finish. it.
keep it.
Just-
Nah, Black Clover's cooked, bro.
Yeah, it's done.
At this point, with the waiting and everything like that, in the direction he's going, you can't. I don't really see how you can make it any better. I feel like it's like you're either stay where you're at or you just make the story even worse. So please just stop writing.
I'm just
Stop
here for
writing.
I'm just
Spend
there
time
for the
with your
Charlie
kids.
backstory for real.
That's
all I'm
another
there
reason
for.
why I took the break, because he wanted to spend time with his family. Spend time with your kids. Retire.
Yeah, you don't need to bring it back, to be honest. Sometimes series don't finish, like Vagabond. It just happens. It is what it is.
We don't.
So-
I appreciate.
Nah,
the work
send that guy in
you've
AI.
done.
Ever since our
Yeah.
conversation, Riddell, send that guy in AI.
There's- AI is not fixing Black Clover.
No, not Black Clover. Vagabond. Send it to.
Oh, Vagabond? Yeah,
Send
we
it
could
to
argue.
Vagabond.
We could discuss. Hey, so with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be wrapping up. We do want to remind you that Friday, I'm going to be doing a Mushoku Tensei reaction. I'm going to force my way through it. Episode 1, episode 2. A Sunday, Shonen Jump reactions. You
I
already
really think
know.
you like it, Riddell. I think you
Well,
like it.
I won't. I'm gonna stand 10 toes, and I'll be completely honest after I watch it. Sunday
be
we'll
fighting
do
Riddell, that's what it
Shonen
sounds
Jump
like.
reactions. Random we'll be doing is read through soon.
Next
We'll
week. We
start
got the Super Bowl this week.
next
Can't do it
week.
this week.
TikTok. We finally got the TikToks. We're gonna get we're gonna figure some stuff out, but we'll start doing TikTok lives on that as well. Some great things, and of course,
It's about to be
we got a
Miles, bro.
donation goal. We're gonna start
Cream
putting
on
this
that thing.
donation
Dude,
goal.
watch.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, we're gonna let Miles cook.
Uh,
We're gonna put this donation goal for all the streams. We'll probably work on like a size so it's a little
Yeah,
bit
I'll
more
get it
efficient.
smaller. I'll get it smaller. That's my.
with the
But
cosplay thing, I am ridiculously comfortable in my body, so don't go overboard, or you just might regret it.
I've never
Yo.
cosplayed before, so I'm just
Well,
like,
so
yo,
you don't
give me
want
a
to
second.
see where the Sukuna tongue tattoo at. You don't want to see it. So
oh man,
I mean, your
What do you
girl
mean
might
by
want to
that?
see it. Your girl might want to see it, but y'all don't
What
think
do you
you
mean?
want
Hey, yo,
not my girl, someone else's girl. But I don't have a girl, but not my girl. Anyway, with that said, I'm gonna kind of read out all the donation goals so everybody understands. $1 will force. It doesn't matter what stream we're in. Just throw in $1.
that's
Say
crazy.
read more manga. So
Yo,
in that
that's
next,
crazy.
it doesn't matter. We got to get random to
Yo,
finish the
five-
series, bro.
five
We gotta-
chapters for $1. Yo, we about to run it up,
You
bro,
are
Naruto's
killing
a
me,
long
bro.
series, bro.
You
Hey,
cook.
I can't spend the whole day reading. I got things to do.
You're cooked.
hey,
I'm gonna hit
okay,
up Star. I'm gonna hit up
just
Taylor.
save it for the next stream. Like, all right, man, I still got like
Ah.
20 more chapters. I'm sorry, I gotta leave. Next stream, I'll put these 20 chapters for this next one, man.
Hey,
Oh my God.
Shar, you watching? Like, yo, make sure you drop a 10 or a 20. I'm gonna match you. Like,
That's
I'm
some
gonna wake up
hoes.
Taylor.
Y'all
Just
some
drop.
hoes.
Just
Hey,
drop.
we're gonna get random to finish this manga. You know what
Y'all
I'm saying?
You gotta finish.
If
You gotta finish in one stream.
It's a 24-hour stream with random, bro. Just reading Naruto.
Y'all
Bro,
are
you know how much
some
money
hoes.
we will get though? You know what I'm saying? Shout
Oh
out,
my
man.
God.
Hey, I'll say this though, for if it starts getting ridiculous, we'll raise the price. We'll raise the price. But we'll see how it goes.
Lonnie gonna drop
$10.
$50 and watch
before
me
you raise the price.
fail.
We're gonna run it up before you raise the.
You said what?
We're gonna run it up before you raise the price.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna 100% run it up. We're gonna run that, so it's 100% donation.
Oh, shit.
$10 will mute someone for a bad take for 5 minutes. If you're just so pissed about something someone said, just throw $10. Say, bro, mute him.
You
Mute
can't
him.
do back to back though. You can't do back to back.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Nah.
You just come back and get muted.
Hey, what
again.
is it, bro? Mute him. This
It's
is $100.
bad.
Oh, what is that? What's
I
that?
said, what if the ticket? Oh,
Oh,
here we go.
you need to start writing this down, random. Be
So tally
prepared,
your
man.
Ah,
Start
tally
writing
your
this down,
five.
man.
oh shit. Where's my fucking pencil?
Wait, how many chapters were you gonna start off with?
10.
Oh, so that means you have to read 15 now. Okay.
There we go. We started, man.
Dang.
$25. What anime or manga to review next week? If there's really just a series that you want us to review, throw $25. Also, let us know when you throw in the super chat so we know this is why you're sending in the super chat.
But also, for that, it does not mean that we're gonna read the whole damn series in a week.
True.
I got stuff to do.
True.
I'm gonna read as much as I can.
100%.
Somebody gonna make you read Kingdom. That shit's still going.
I'll just say, like, I
need a break.
Good luck.
think I'm about to read like Hajime no Ippo and one week.
Hajime no Ippo, that'd be crazy.
Like, yo, like
Like,
Oda, how
hell.
I'll pull up on Oda. I'll pull up on you too.
$2. You could suggest a topic that we'll put it on our topic list so we can cover it for another day. $25. Another one. Again, let us know when you send in the super chat what you're sending it for. You can force a captain to watch or read a series. That doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna cover the series, but they have to read the watch series. They may talk
Well,
about
they have
it.
to talk about it a little bit so they know that they actually.
Yeah, they obviously could bring it up in the gender hour,
Is there a
but
cap
they'll
on, like,
they'll
is there a
dive
cap on
into it.
series. Like how many? Like they can't. Like I'm not gonna. $25 does not mean someone's gonna watch all of One Piece or some shit like or like Kingdom like a season worth of episodes. So like 24 episodes, I say, like, of a show. That's fair. Like up to 24 episodes of a show.
I would, Brandon, I would just combine these two, the Force a Captain and then what anime or manga.
Okay.
I'll just combine those two because they're basically the same thing.
I got you.
Miles.
Bruh.
Yo.
We here, man. And then $100. If someone really wants to just make us do something, you can force a captain to cosplay what you want. So
Please be merciful.
Miles, I hope
say-
your shoes stay forever untied tomorrow. Hope
Yo,
your shoes stay forever untied.
Forever on
you want me to
time?
trip and
Forever
fall? You're
untied.
crazy.
He lives in New York. Like that's dangerous as hell.
Right.
I do not care. He
I need
said that with
maximum
malice
walking
in his heart.
ability.
Like
He
that's
said
deep.
that with malice in his heart. He said $2, bro. I gotta read 25 chapters now. Come on, bro.
Man.
Oh,
So
you're
we'll
gonna
get
hit me
that
when you actually
situated
start.
for
I'm gonna be finishing the whole arc at this rate.
W.
You know what's crazy? You
Yeah.
probably won't.
Make random read, man. Make him. He's reading Naruto first, so all you Naruto fans, you know you want him to read it, bro. Keep
I
on.
got other stuff I gotta read and do.
You reading
Okay.
Naruto.
Reading Naruto. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, so
And
there's only like
Naruto just got
500.
heat. What are we talking about?
There's only like 500 something chapters, random. Like,
Yeah,
how much
come
money
on.
is that?
Not
How
that
much money is
bad.
that, by the way?
If this stops me from reading
He said,
Berserk,
"How
and it comes
much
out, I'm gonna
money
be
is
hot.
that?"
I'm gonna be 100% hot. I'm gonna be hot. That shit's getting fucking juicy. What are we talking about?
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, want to start wrapping it up. This is another great episode of the Black Sensei Society. We got a lot of things planned moving forward. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys rate it 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so we can rise in the charts as the best anime and manga podcast on the platform. We got some special things in plan moving forward, some great content moving forward. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy it. You have a good one. Take care. Peace.